What up, what up, what up? What up, what up, what up? Yeah, turn that down. Yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. What's up, Scooby? True Seminole. Big win for the Noles yesterday. Eddie says, we just skipped by Virginia Tech. Yeah, well, no, I mean, I think you covered the spread. Got to use those master koozies. Yeah, I did use it the other day, actually. Shout out to Colby for giving me some authentic Masters koozies. It only took him 2 years to get them to me, but hey, I'll take it. Yeah, the Virginia Tech and South Carolina game was pretty exciting until the end, and then South Carolina just kind of pulled away. But Sellers is the real deal. If I were a South Carolina fan, I'd be a little bit concerned about your offensive line, though. Virginia Tech was getting a lot of pressure the entire game. Sellers, if you didn't have Sellers, you might have lost that game. But you did have Sellers. Who do I got in this game? This is a tough game. Well, I've got the over. I've got the over 50.5. But I think on the Lunch Money show, I actually picked Miami. But I don't feel very confident about that. Yeah, I mean, the key for Miami is going to be able to shut down Notre Dame's running game. That's what it's going to take. What's up, Ryan? Yeah, Notre Dame's running game is legit. And their defense is legit, too. So Carson Beck is going to have a big game if they want to win this game. And Miami's defense is probably going to have to force a couple of turnovers. So this should be a good one, though. Looks like Miami's in their orange uniforms, orange tops, white pants. And I don't know what the situation is. I saw some people on Twitter talking about the game looked like it was sold out. We'll see if it was. Miami fans do show up whenever there's a big game like against Notre Dame. So we'll see if they actually do it. It looks like it's sold out to me. So this should be a good one. What's up, Double O'Neill? Good to see everybody again this year. Yeah. 7 more people to join the fantasy league. Yeah, you go. Yeah. There's the link to it. It's free to sign up. I'm not running the league, but I'm in it, and I am giving $50 to the winner. Who did I take? I didn't take either team. I took the over 50.5. I could see the winner of this game. I think the winner of this game will probably score in the 30s. So I think it'll go over 50. I'm down bad. Boise got... Yeah, boy. Well, boy. That was surprising. What's up, Yoda? Yeah, that was surprising, Boise getting smoked like that by South Florida. I don't know if South Florida's that good or Boise's that bad. I guess we'll find out here in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that was surprising. If anybody who's a gambler, if you took the underdogs against the point spread and pretty much, if you just bet across the board all these games, you'd be way up right now. Most of the underdogs have covered in these games this week. And some of them have won outright. Like you just got Boise, well, Clemson. There's a bunch of them. Florida State. Florida State would have been a huge one if somebody bet on the money line. They were a 14.5-point underdog, I think, to Alabama, and they beat them. They beat them bad, too. Who's down more bad? Is it Florida State or Alabama? I mean, Clemson or Alabama. I didn't mean Florida. That was just out of sheer habit to say Florida State. Yeah, I think Alabama is too. A loss would be on in a blowout. Bad loss. Well, yeah, bad loss. Yeah. What's up, Raj? Clemson is down bad. You're right. I mean, I don't really think they are down bad. Wait, my audio's low. Well, my microphone's up here. Can you hear me now? Well, once I start the game, I'm going to be standing up, so the audio is going to be real low then, I guess. Here we go with the bots. I need to turn on subscriber-only mode, don't I? How am I do that? That'll get rid of the bots. I don't even know how to do that. Well, the audio is better now because I got the microphone right in front of my face. But when I stand up here in a minute, I'm going to be far away from the microphone, which is why I try to yell. I try to yell so that you guys can hear me. I'm thinking about buying. There's a wireless Rode microphone. That's what this is a Rode microphone, and I have a Rodecaster Pro mixer that plugs into my mixer, and I can wear it on my shirt so I don't sound so far away. Problem is, it's expensive. That's the only reason I haven't bought it yet. It's like $300. So, what's up, Doc? I'm trying to figure out how to turn on this subscriber-only mode here. You know? But I can't seem to figure out how to do that. Let me look here. Channel settings. No, not that. We should be close. I guess the kickoff is probably going to be in about 4 or 5 minutes. I don't know why they make it so hard to do this, honestly. Anyway. Fuck it. Send me your address. I'll buy it for you. No. I don't want you to do. I appreciate that. I couldn't accept that big of a gift from somebody. I would feel bad about it. But I do appreciate that. Yeah, but it's called. What is it called? It's called the Rode Go 2 wireless mic is what it's called, I think. Yeah, I'm eventually gonna get one just for game streams and maybe for some uploaded videos with my phone, especially when I shoot some of these videos outside, and the audio can be a little bit weird when you're outside as opposed to inside. So it's good for that. Catholics versus the convicts, yeah. Got my shoulder deer hold on now. Got my shoulder deer Got my should deer shoulder. What does that mean? What does should deer shoulder mean? What's up, Jeremy? I think I know what you're saying. You're eating deer. I think I pretty much figured that part out. What's up, Momo? The game's not on yet. It's about to start. Smoked deer shoulder? That sounds good. I've got some deer meat in the freezer. I need to cook it. I think, well, it's not bad. Yeah, it's good for a couple of years. And I got it last, when did I get that? I got it at Christmas time. So I've got some ground, whatever that is, the ground deer meat. I've got some sausages. And what else do I have? I got like 3 different kinds of deer meat. I don't have any back straps or anything like that. But what I'm going to do is probably make chili with it. What's up, Mitch? Jimmy Johnson in the house? Yeah, the back straps are the best, but I don't have any of that. I'm going to take that. I'll probably use the sausage for breakfast sausage, but I'll take the ground venison and I'll mix it in with some ground beef and I'll make some chili with it. I like deer meat. I wish I would have got some jerky made out of it. Well, I didn't. I'm not. I'm not the one that made it anyway. I just got it as a gift. I wish they would have given me some jerky. Deer jerky's good. Going hunting in the morning. Lots of wild hog on my land. Nice. You got land? I need to come over to your house. I need a hog. Make deer burgers? What, do you just mix that in with beef, or you just make it by itself? Here we go. The game's about to start. Per usual, I'll yell so you guys can attempt to hear me. They got the lights off and Hard Rock, which sounds dangerous. Slim says, I have some deer jerky. Hey, well, give me some. Shit, man. What's up, Harold? You need to make some ribs? What a great day to be a Tiger. Every day is a great day to be a Tiger, even though we lost last night. Y'all know that Clemson ran the ball with a running back 8 times in the entire game. Cade Klubnik had more carries than 3 different running backs combined. Only 1 carry with a running back in the entire second half. So everybody talking about how Clemson has no run game, how would anybody know if they have a run game? They haven't attempted to run. That's kind of the point. You know? It was a pitiful offensive game plan and offensive play calling. And look, I give credit to LSU, but it was still a pitiful performance by Clemson's offense last night. I'm speeding like hell to make it home. Yeah, don't get a ticket. The game hadn't started yet, buddy. Don't get a ticket. Or worse, don't get in a wreck. Miami's cheerleaders look like they took a bath. And did they go to a Diddy party? Is that what you're saying? Miami's cheerleaders at the Diddy party. You're not the law. Yeah, you can still get a ticket. I just watched a video the other day of some police chief somewhere getting arrested for a DUI. He was the law and he still got arrested. All right, here we go. Notre Dame, this should be a good one, guys. I'm looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to this one since they announced they were playing. Out of all the games in week 1, this should be one of the best one of them. We'll see what Carson Beck looks like. And more importantly, we'll see what Notre Dame looks like. I think I know what Notre Dame's going to look like. They're going to look good, really good on defense, and they're going to look really good running the ball. We'll see how they do passing the ball. That's the real question with Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame winning 56-17. Damn. Well, if they score 56, they'll hit the over by themselves. I guess I'll take that. Jay says, Slim is the law like I'm a proctologist. I don't even want to know where that came from, but I believe you. Yeah, Clemson does have a solid defense, and they're going to need that. They just need to figure out who their running back is and actually run the ball. I don't know. Clemson used to be one of the most balanced teams in the country as far as running the ball versus even with great quarterbacks and great receivers. We're going back when they had Trevor Lawrence and 3 NFL wide receivers on their team. They still ran the ball 50% of the time and passed it 50% of the time. Last night it was like 95% passes and 5% running. It's really inexcusable. So we'll see if they can get it figured out. I mean, I don't care if they've got to play the true freshman Gideon Davidson. Throw him in there. Somebody's got to step up. Yeah, Jeremiah Love's an absolute problem. Jeremiah Love is a problem. That's going to be the key to this game. They got to shut him down or at least limit him. Otherwise, they got no chance. It looks to me like it's a packed house. Saw quite a few Notre Dame people that I follow on Twitter are down there in Miami at the game. All right, here we go. It does look to be overwhelmingly Miami fans, though. A good showing by the Miami fan base at Hard Rock Stadium. What's up, Matt? What's up, Millis? How you guys doing? Good to see you. And Notre Dame is going to receive the ball. Miami with the orange jerseys and Notre Dame with the white jerseys, the road whites. Yeah, thank you for whoever's taking care of that. The bots are out in full. I didn't really see that. They came in a couple times last night, but not really. Mitch 88, welcome to Amazing. Here we go. Kickoff is about to happen. Shout out to Mitch for joining the channel. The join. All right. Again, Notre Dame to receive to start the game here. So we'll get our first look at this Notre Dame offense. The kick is up. And it's kind of a low dart. Damn, boy, he kicked that thing with some authority, didn't he? Damn, that was like a stinger in golf. What's up, Arimita? Roger Dodger? Broski? Stub my pinky toe? I'm done with Garrett Riley experience already. Yeah, that might have been the worst game he's ever called last night. I'm not putting that on Cade Klubnik either. Cade Klubnik was put in a bad spot, a real bad spot. And the defense was put in I thought the defense actually played pretty well, honestly. All right, 1st and 10. From the 25-yard line. A bubble screen pass caught and hit immediately for 0 gain. What's that? What's the Notre Dame quarterback's name again? I forgot. I got to give this guy a nickname. What's up, Nick? Let's go fighting leprechauns, says Double O'Neill. CJ Carr, thank you. Yeah. I'm going to call him Car Wreck. How about that? Car Wreck, 2nd down and 12. After a loss of a yard or 2 yards, Carwreck throws it, caught, short gain there, got maybe 3 or 4 on the second effort. So it's going to be 3rd down coming up for the Irish. Still have not seen Jeremiah Love in the first 2 plays there. What's up, Ultra Magadog? Yeah, Carwreck. All right, 3rd and 7. And Hard Rock is a rockin'. Don't come a knockin'. From the 28. Carwreck throws a short pass behind the line of scrimmage. He's got room to run. Breaks some tackles. They can't get him on the ground. 1st down Irish. Holy shit, they couldn't tackle that guy. Talk about yards after the contact. I thought he was down 3 yards before the 1st down marker. He got another 5 yards after that. Well, after the 1st down marker. Look at that. 1. That's 2 guys, 3 guys. It took 4 guys before they got him down. 1st down and 10. That was a hell of a run there after the catch. From the 42, Carwreck throws it. Another short pass. Again, off to the races. Breaks some tackles. Man, Miami's going to have to figure out how to tackle these guys. Might be a long night. Another 1st down. Yeah, they're doing a lot of shoulder hits, but not wrapping up. They teach you that in Pee Wee. Hell, I even played Pee Wee. Do I do Tai Chi? No. Is that where they do this nonsense here? Isn't that what old people do? Isn't that what they do at the old folks' home, Tai Chi? Where they do all this weird shit like this? Like that? Is that Tai Chi? Or am I thinking of something else? I've never done Tai Chi, but I think I just did it as good as anybody can do it. Just now. There won't be this many fans in the Miami grandstands the rest of the remaining home games combined. Well, I'll have to look at their schedule and see who else they got at home. No, they've got Florida at home, so they'll be packed then. They'll be packed for Florida. 2nd down and 9. Carwreck in the shotgun, rolls out to his left, looks downfield, throws it. Oh man, the receiver just dropped it. That was a good pass, and it bounced right off his chest. Steven Seagull, yeah. I'm sick and tired of those shoulder bullshit hits. Wrap the fuck up. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Raj knows. That's an epidemic in college football these days. Just bad tackling. 3rd down and 9. Especially early in the year. They've been tackling dummies for the past 8 months. They haven't tackled a real person since January. Carwreck, this looks like a Carwreck, rolls out to his left, all the way back at the 48. throws it off his back foot, just throws it away. That play right there was a car wreck. Holy hell. Players are afraid of targeting. Well, if you, Slim, you must still be in the car. There was no threat of targeting. They're just not tackling. I mean, you can get a targeting by hitting with your shoulder, which is exactly what they're doing. They're just not putting their arms around the guy. All right, it's 4th down. And they're going to have to punt. What's up, Panthers Buzz? Are you trained in any form of martial arts or self-defense? Not since I was when I was younger, yes. I was in Taekwondo for about 6 years. Used to travel all around the country and compete. It was fun. But that was a long time. That was many, many decades ago, buddy. I could probably, if I tried to kick over my head right now, I'd probably break my back and my knees. Many, many years ago. I don't know, what is up with this martial arts thing with you? He's asking about Tai Chi. I don't even think that's a martial art, isn't it? I think that's just like a form of workout for geriatric people. Did you see Matt B. Great's mini meltdown? No. Is Matt B. Great? As far as I know, Matt B. Great's a YouTuber, but he doesn't show his face on camera. If somebody doesn't ever show their face on camera, I don't watch them. Is that this guy I'm thinking of? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't know. I've heard that name before, though. Why did he melt down? Who's he a fan of? Is he an Alabama fan? I would melt down, too, if I was him. Only reacting to games he shows his face? Okay, I've never seen his face. Who are we firing, Pete? Riley, Spiller, or Grissom? Well, Grissom's not getting fired. Clemson fans have been calling for him to get fired for the past 5 years. He must have naked pictures of somebody because he ain't going anywhere. I don't think any of them are getting fired, to answer your question. Yeah, that's the guy I'm thinking of. Yeah, his voice is nails on a chalkboard. Yeah, that's definitely Matt B. That's the guy I'm thinking of. Is he an Alabama fan? I think he is. Yeah, if I watch a college football YouTube channel and they never put their face on camera, I just don't watch them. No, I mean, I can listen to a podcast and get the same result. So I don't know why you'd use a video platform and, not show your face. I don't know what you're scared of, unless you're just ugly as hell, which maybe he is. I don't know. I'm a Vols fan and enjoy watching him and all Alabama fans melt down on Twitter and watching Nico get destroyed. Yeah, that was embarrassing. I think it worked out for Alabama, though. I don't think Nico is very good to begin with. If I were a Tennessee fan, I would be happy that Nico left. SG1, maybe that's who I'm thinking of. I don't know. Again, SG1 Sports is the one that doesn't show his face. Maybe, yeah. I recognize that name too. 4th down and 9. And they're going to punt here from the 42. And the punt is up. Looks like a great punt inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5-yard line. Great punt there. Boy, I'm jealous. I wish Clemson had a punter that good. Clemson's got a decent field goal kicker, but their punter is crap. Clemson hasn't had a good punter in like 3 years. I don't see a lot of faces, but I see a lot of asses on TigerNet. I don't even go on Tiger. I might be one of the only Clemson people that doesn't even go on TigerNet. The only time I ever see anything posted on TigerNet is when people send me screenshots on Twitter of some dumb shit that somebody said on TigerNet. And a lot of the time it's about me. People say stuff about me on TigerNet, and somebody screenshots it and sends it to me. About how much of an idiot I am or whatever. TigerNet's full of a bunch of idiots. But that goes for all these message boards for teams. First down and 10, Miami inside their own 5. Runs right up the middle for about 5 yards. Or maybe 4. It's going to be second down and 6. What do I think of Cade Klubnik? I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he played great last night, but he was put in a bad situation. I mean, asking him to go out there and be 100% of the offense, that's never good. Second down and 5. I think Cade will be all right. We just got to get a running game and an offensive line that can block him. Second down and 5. Thrown, caught across the 20, all the way up to the 24. First down with Carson Beck. I saw Slaw's cousin on TigerNet. Slaw's on TigerNet all the time. That's where he gets his news from. TigerNet. Carson Beck throws it on first down, caught close to the 30-yard line at the 29. A gain of 5. Second down and 5 coming up. Who's the last punter that was decent? I can't even remember his name. That's how long it's been. I'm talking about going back to like 2020. It's been like 5 years since they've had a good punter. 2020 or 2021. What was that guy's name? He had a funny name. I can't even remember his name. Second down and 5. Run up the middle. Pushes the pile. First down, Canes. There you go. So Miami's moving the ball here. Got a couple of completions by Carson Beck. A couple of good runs. Swanson, yeah. I had Cade Klubnik as a Heisman candidate. Somebody asked me early, before the season, if I thought Cade Klubnik would win the Heisman. I said no. First of all, Clemson players never won it. If Trevor Lawrence didn't win it and Deshaun Watson didn't win it, Cade Klubnik's not winning it. So that's the way I feel about that. First down and 10, Carson Beck throws it. Caught again. Carson Beck's 3 for 3 on this drive. Close to the first down. It's going to be second down and 2. Will Mario Cristobal do something stupid? If the game is close, Mario Cristobal will do something stupid. Yes, that's pretty much a given. Second down and 2. Beck back to pass. Got all day. Throws it deep. Oh, he overthrew the receiver. He was really covered anyway. But they took a deep shot there on second down. Now it's third and 2. I'm expecting a run play here. What's up, Cody? You think Alabama can bounce back after the loss? Alabama's got problems. Offensive line is terrible. I'm not so sure about Ty Simpson. I think defensively they'll get it together. I don't know. Alabama's got some things to work out. They got some stuff to work out. It's very weird seeing Alabama be bullied on the line of scrimmage. We haven't seen that in a long time. Third down and 2. And they run it. Good defense by Notre Dame there. A loss of a yard. Now they got a decision to make here. It's going to be 4th and 3. They're going to say 4th and 2 officially. Alabama's just another mediocre 8-4 football team. Yeah, and they don't have the easiest schedule in the world either. Do I miss Wes Goodwin? No. Clemson's defense is fine. Clemson's defense played pretty well last night. I don't know what you guys were watching. I mean, Nussmeier threw for the same amount of yards as Cade Klubnik did. 4th down and 2, and they do punt it instead of going for it. It's going to be returned. And he breaks a couple of tackles, gets across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. So Notre Dame's going to take over from the 22. 1st and 10, Irish. Funny if Bama goes 11-1 and Florida State 12-0. Florida State's not going 12-0. I mean, I'll give them credit. They look really good. They look really good, but 12-0, no. Clemson gets them in Clemson this year. Tigers defense was on the field for 37 minutes of the game. That's not on there. No, it was. They were getting pressure. Nussmeier made some plays, and they've got great wide receivers. But overall, I was not upset at all with the defensive performance by Clemson. I mean, they held them to 17 points. Really, it should have been 24 points. I think LSU got robbed out of a touchdown there. They called it back. But still, even 24 points. I mean, let's watch and see how many points LSU's offense puts up for the rest of the season. I bet you it's more than they put up on Clemson on average. I could see them having some games where they put up 30 and 40 points a game. So, Clemson's defense will be fine. They'll be fine. The offense is what I'm worried about. Mainly the running game. And the offensive line didn't play well either. I mean, I guess you can give credit to LSU defensive line for getting penetration. I don't know how much of that was Clemson's offensive line being terrible or LSU's defensive line being great or a combination of the two. But either way, you need to get a run game going. Gus did it with Auburn in 13. What's up, Sir UGA? My Vegas buddy? My 3-card poker buddy? Sir is simping Pete. By saying, what's up? He's simping me? That's a weird take. I said, what's up to you, and you were in the chat. Am I simping you? Was responding to Will. Oh. Clemson will be fine. They ran into a better quarterback and a better defense. Yeah. Last year, Clemson got blown out 30-3 by Georgia, and everyone wrote them off, and they ended up winning the ACC. And Cade Klubnik had an amazing year, and they made the playoffs and gave Texas a good game. So I'm not saying that's going to happen again this year, but the overreaction is a little bit too much. They've just got to figure out the run game. That's really it. I mean, if you don't have any run game at all, I don't care if you got fucking Tom Brady back there. You've got no shot. None. That is the main problem. Yeah, the run game's a problem. But you've got a bunch of guys who haven't really carried the ball that much in live games. So at some point, you have to start letting them get live reps and not just practice reps. They should have done that last night. I would have felt better last night if Clemson ran the ball 40 times between the 3 running backs and still lost by 2 touchdowns. I'd have felt better about that. But they didn't do that. They tried to make Cade Klubnik the hero, and it didn't work. First down and 10, short pass caught across the... Oh, did he drop it? I think he fumbled it. Did Miami get the ball? That's a turnover. I think that's a turnover. Miami ball. Early turnover for the Irish. Damn, damn, I don't feel well.
I don't feel well. Jesus. Life shouldn't be that stressful. If this is my show 2 weeks in, by week 10, I'm going to be doing the show for
I don't know if he was he down? Let's see what, I couldn't tell if he was down or not. Let's see the replay here. I think that ball was out.
Casket.
I think that ball was out before he hit the ground. I don't know. We'll see. It looked like it was out to me. It was called a fumble on the field and a turnover by a Miami ball. I don't think there's enough over there to overturn that based on what I just saw. So Miami's going to take over, great field position inside the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. Carson Beck in the shotgun, and he's going to drop back. Throws it into the end zone. He's got a guy. Oh, they're going to, no flag. They got a little handsy there. They got a little bit handsy, but no flags, incomplete. I thought they might have thrown a flag there. There was a lot of hand play going on there. Let me look at it again. I don't know. I think that was a good no call. He did kind of grab his hip, though. Usually when they grab you by the hip, they'll call that 100% of the time, but I don't think he really grabbed him enough to affect it. So anyway, good no call. 2nd down and 10. And they're going to run it this time. Runs into a wall of gold, and he loses a yard. 3rd down. So right now this is a defensive game. Why did I take the over? What's wrong with me? Well, there's a lot wrong with me, but seriously, what's wrong with me? He had his waist like a prom date. All right, 3rd down and 9. Empty backfield. Beck and shotgun. He's going to change the play here. What's up with Beck's chin strap? That thing is the size of his head. Beck drops back, throws it, caught. I don't know. We'll see where they spot this. This is going to be close to the 1st down, but I'm not sure. I'm assuming they'll probably go for it anyway. I mean, it's going to be, if it's not 1st down, it's 4th and inches. We'll see where they spot it. I don't. Of course, the yellow line is not official. Yeah, they're going to run they're going to throw the ball a lot, and they are going to mark it short. So it's really they says 4th and 1, but it's really 4th and inches. Like, oh, they really do have it a full yard back. Now I don't know. That was a bad spot. So it's 4th and 1. They are going for it, or pretending to anyway. We'll see. Beck and shotgun. And they're going to run it up the middle, and they're going to get the 1st down all the way to about the 11. 1st down, Canes. I always take, you're right. I'm sick. I do always take the over. A lot of times it works for me. But first week of college football, it hasn't. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Miami's trying to get a touchdown here and capitalize on that turnover from the 12-yard line. And they're going to run it again up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 6. Miami has some big dudes on the line. Yeah, they do. Miami's got one of the better offensive lines in the country, I think. Certainly in the ACC they do. 2nd down and 5. From the, the 7-yard line. Got a couple of wide receivers at the top of the screen. And Beck is going to hand it off on the option play, and it was a bad option. He hesitated to let him have it. He kind of wanted to throw it there, but he gave it to him late, and they sniffed it right out. A loss of yardage there. 3rd down coming up. What's up, SEC dog? Just tuned into the game, yeah. So far, it's been pretty exciting. We already got a turnover here. Notre Dame just turned it over deep in their own territory, and Miami's trying to score here. 3rd down and 8. 4 minutes left in the 1st. Do y'all see that chin strap for Carson Beck? That thing is giant. Beck throws it. It's batted down. And Notre Dame falls on it thinking it's a fumble, but that was definitely a pass. It just got batted down. So it's incomplete. 4th down and 8. I guess they're going to kick a field goal here. Field goal, it's going to come out. And Miami's going to try to be the first team on the board. Am I streaming tomorrow's game? Yes. What's up, Douglas? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for North Carolina and TCU. I wouldn't miss that for the world. The debut of Bill Belichick and his girlfriend. Are you kidding me? Of course I'll be here. Of course I'll be here. 4th down and 8. And this is going to be a 28-yard field goal. Oh, my God, they botched the snap. Oh, the holder's going to try to throw. He doesn't know what to do. What the hell was that? Yeah, bad snap. Lucky they didn't turn the ball. Well, they did turn it over on downs, but they're lucky they didn't, scoop and score for Notre Dame there. The holder picked it up and ran out of bounds because he had nowhere to go with it. That was a terrible snap. Wow. Is that the backup quarterback? Usually a lot of times the backup quarterback is the holder. Oh, is that who that was? I don't know who the backup quarterback for Miami is. How many times will the camera be on Jordan? It's going to be just like Taylor Swift at the Chiefs games. Every 5 seconds. Because I don't think she's allowed on the sideline. I think they put a stop to that. So she's probably going to be up in the, in the box somewhere, a luxury box. And they're going to show her 100 times. I wonder if you can actually bet on that. I wonder if there's an over-under on how many times they'll mention her. At least 10. At least. I'm going over. Over 10. How many times they'll show her? Probably about 10 too. Well, they'll mention her every time they show her. So over 10 and over 10 on that. What do y'all think? Georgia use starting quarterback for Holder. Georgia, yeah, most teams do. Our holder has been Sweeney. Yeah, Dabo's sons have been holding for Clemson since the 80s, I think. Since before they were even born. I think all the Sweeneys are gone finally, actually. Well, one of them is a coach. One of them is I don't know what his official title. I don't know if he's a grad assistant. I don't know what he is. He's on the coaching staff in some way. I'm not sure he gets paid though. I'm pretty sure that's Will Sweeney's the one that's. I think he wants to be a coach like his dad. He wants to follow in his dad's footsteps. Still one holder left. Cheers to all of you. How many likes we got in here? We got 70 people in here and 30 likes. Y'all can do better than that. Hit the like button. It's free. I don't really care about likes, but YouTube seems to. So let's please the YouTube gods and hit the like button. It's free. Eddie, great win today. I watched Sellers. Yeah, Sellers is a problem. But guess what? Another problem is South Carolina's offensive line is a problem. I mean, did y'all watch? I mean, I couldn't believe the penetration that Virginia Tech's defense was getting on South Carolina. If they didn't have Sellers, who can, I mean, Sellers is an absolute beast with his legs. I mean, he's elite when it comes to that kind of thing. If they didn't have him, they might have lost that game. But yeah, South Carolina's got offensive line problems. What's up, Zona? Where's Makima? Who cares? And when Makima comes in the chat, I lose IQ points immediately. If y'all want to play fantasy football this year, y'all sign up. It's free, fantasy football thing, and it's free to sign up, and I'll pay $50 to whoever wins. Yeah, South Carolina, and defensively, they've got some issues too. I mean, I don't know about South. I'm high on South Carolina this year. I picked South Carolina to beat Clemson in preseason. And I'm still going to stick with that based on what I saw from both teams. But South Carolina's got some stuff they got to work out before they hit the SEC schedule. First down and 10 from the 20. Car wreck, hands the ball off, Love. And he breaks a couple of tackles. Good run there. Picks up about 8 yards. It's going to be second down and 2. What does Florida State got to work out? They played pretty well. They played pretty well. I don't know. They look good, maybe offensive line, but they look good running the ball and they look good passing the ball. So, second down and 2. And they're going to run it again with Love, and he's going to get close, but not quite there. It's going to be 3rd and inches. Yeah, Sellers carried them today. Should we change his name from Car Wrecked to Car Jacked? Is that what we should do? I like that. I actually like that better. We'll call him Car Jacked. Miami looks like Miami so far. I think you mean that as an insult. 3rd down and 1. Carjacked, and he gets jacked. Boy, he had no shot there. Where in the hell was the blocking there? That guy just came out of nowhere. Sacked. Any team with no consistent running game won't make the top. I agree. I agree. Boy, nobody could block number 11 on that one. Holy hell. He just got... What is the center just let him run right by him? Didn't even try to block him. He didn't even get touched. 4th down and 3. They're going to punt here. And the kick is up. And it's going to be a fair catch at the 29. And the Miami receiver is wanting an interference call, but he's not going to get it. So they're going to take over from the 29-yard line. We'll get our next look at Carson Beck and this Miami offense. Let's see if they can do something here. Cristobal is a great recruiter, but just an average coach. That is the word on the street about Cristobal. This year should be as good a chance as they have to win the ACC, but of course, I've said that before, but I think they've got the team to compete this year. We'll see if they can get it done. I think Beck needs to stay healthy. But again, I like Miami's offensive line. So they might be able to protect him. 1st down and 10. From the 30. And they're going to run it up the middle. Good run. He breaks a couple of tackles across the 45 to the 46. 1st down, Canes. As a college football fan, Sellers is the most clutch quarterback in the nation. He wants it more than anyone on the field. Yeah, he's a monster. When he takes off running, good luck. Yeah. And he's big, too. And he's got a rocket for an arm. I mean, I hate that he plays for South Carolina, but I like Sellers a lot. 1st and 10. And they're going to run it up the middle again. Miami's running it up the middle a lot. They like that matchup up front. 2nd down. Back with the bots again in the stream. Yeah. Let's see what it is officially here. 2nd down and 7. From the 48. Short pass, incomplete. Intended for whoever number 0 is. Let's see his name there. Miami has some fine-ass cheerleaders. Well, that's to be expected. Have you ever been to Miami before? You know? That's why they haven't won the ACC. All those distractions down there. Can't blame them. 3rd down and 7. Beck in the shotgun. It's kind of a weird formation. It's a tight formation. Beck back to pass. Throws it. Complete to number 10. He's got room to run. Pushes down stiff arms number 21. 1st down. Canes. Those bots are annoying, yeah. Plus, they're wasting their time. I mean, I doubt there's anybody clicking on that and leaving this stream to go watch whatever they're trying to put out. So it's a complete waste of time. 1st and 10. Another catch, complete across the 30. Another 1st down. So they're dinking and dunking their way down the field here, and it's working. It's working. Yeah, Tony's number 10. That's right. Is that your leading receiver? Is that projected to be your leading receiver for the year? Wide receiver 1. That a way to go for a $4 million man. Yeah. I never really understood the Carson Beck hate. I mean, I get last year he threw a lot of interceptions and everything, but I don't know. I mean, I watched him for 2 or 3 years, or how long it was at Georgia, and I saw him play a lot of great games. So I don't really understand the Carson Beck hate at all. I mean, there's 130 teams in the FBS. 125 of them would love to have Carson Beck as their starting quarterback. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Thank you, Cheezel Nasty, for the super chat. First year offensive coordinator at Miami, calling better plays than Garrett Riley. I got to go ahead and heart that or thumbs up that. How do I do that? Thumbs up that. There you go. Yeah, thank you, and I agree. You'll under the Beck hate soon? I'll understand it soon? Will I? Not hating, I'd take the money too. Well, if you're Beck, yeah, shit. I think that probably worked out for both. This was, in my opinion, a good move for both parties involved. I don't think that Carson Beck, the system that Georgia runs, the way they play offense, fits his style. And I think that it was good for. I think Gunnar Stockton's probably a better option for a Georgia type offense, and I think that Carson Beck is a better option for a Miami type offense. So I think it probably worked out for. I mean, I don't think Georgia fans are upset that Carson Beck left, and I think that Miami fans are happy that Carson Beck came, if that makes any sense. So sometimes, sometimes a change is good for both parties involved. Kind of like a bad marriage. That ends. Both parties involved are better off in the long run. Tony flipped from Clemson to Miami. Yeah, I remember they recruited. Yeah, he was recruited by everybody. It's not Beck, it's Beckerhead. Should I call him Beckerhead now? Is that what you want me to do? Carjacked and Beckerhead? Beck's an above average passer. Dude has no moxie though. That is the knock on him, is that he doesn't have that fire or whatever. I don't know. I've seen him win some clutch games before, so I don't know if that's true or not. He definitely isn't overtly the moxie or whatever, however you want to put it. I get that. What's up, Frothy Tavern? That LSU loss will look better as the year goes on. Nussmeier's a real deal. Yeah, LSU's a great team, and Nussmeier's a great quarterback. So I agree with you. I think LSU's going to be a lot to deal with for any team they play. It's like I said earlier. I mean, let's even give them that touchdown that got called back. So they scored 24 points. What do you think their point average is going to be in the SEC? I bet you it's more than 24. At season's end, I bet you LSU averages more than 24 points a game. So, again, Clemson's defense was not the problem last night. They were put in a bad spot. Eddie let the... Oh. Alabama did not look good against Florida State, but I feel like Alabama's still going to beat Georgia until Georgia beats Alabama. I have no reason to believe that they will win that game. Well, if they played, I know I get the whole thing where Kirby Smart can't beat Alabama, blah, blah, blah. If they played tomorrow, I'm taking Georgia 100% of the time. I mean, I realize Georgia played a nobody and they beat up on them, but I can still tell Georgia's a better team than Alabama right now, in pretty much every way, honestly. Are we doing a lunch money show tomorrow? No, because there's a game on. I don't know if he's streaming or not. I think he's streaming. I'm streaming the North Carolina game, so no. No lunch money. All right, 2nd down and 10. The beginning of the second quarter here. Second down and 10. And Beck back to pass, throws it deep down the right sideline towards the end zone, incomplete. Good defense there. The ball is batted down, and it looks like we got an injured Irish player. And he is in pain, son. I don't know what happened, but he's in some serious pain. He's rolling around on the ground in pain. Hopefully he's okay. And Marcus Freeman's upset about something. Well, I'm trying to see what happened to him here. The way he landed awkwardly. I don't know if it's his leg or his arm, though. It's kind of hard to tell. He did land awkwardly. He dove out to bat the ball away, which he did, but he landed funny. What's up, Chunky Nothing? Notre Dame cornerback should have picked that. It hit him in the helmet. Well, he knocked it down. Yeah, whatever happened to him, he's definitely in pain. I mean, he was writhing on the turf there. Hope he's all right. I met a South Carolina fan this morning at a gas station. Guy was hilarious about Clemson loss. Wish I had videoed him. Yeah, well, not surprising. Look, if I was a South Carolina fan, I would hate Clemson too. I mean, we've owned them for 130 years, so it is what it is. Big Dog Brett says, newsflash, Carson Beck is still trash. I don't know about that. We were just talking about that. I don't know. I don't think he is trash. I mean, wasn't he like 25-3 as a starter at Georgia? You know? I don't know. What's the score? Yeah, 0. 0.0. Well, that's because the center doesn't know how to snap the ball. They had a short field goal, Miami did, and they botched the snap on that. Sounds like a Carson Beck stat to me. Well, you're talking to the wrong person. Y'all scored 30 points on Clemson last year, so I got nothing else to say about that. And I'm pretty sure Carson Beck was playing in that game. My point is, people don't understand the hatred there. It's as solid as a rival as any. Yeah. I mean, people outside of the state don't understand how bitter that rivalry is. I get it. It's not, a national. It doesn't grab national attention the same way that Ohio State and Michigan or Alabama and Auburn, stuff like that. But yeah, the hate is real. And I've lived here my whole life. The hate in the state of South Carolina between Clemson and South Carolina is 100% legit. I promise you. I've seen people getting actual real fights just talking about football. He was a top 5 passer at Georgia. Yeah. Yeah, Brett doesn't like Beck for some reason. That's clear. All right. So it looks like the cornerback is going to be okay. I guess something he must have got hit in the throat. Maybe he lost his breath or something. 3rd down and 10 from the Irish 28. And Beck's got all day. Throws it. Caught. Touchdown, Tony. Touchdown, Canes. Tony's already having a good game. What's that, his 3rd or 4th catch already tonight? Yeah, Brett used to live here. Brett used to live in the same town I live in. Brett lived in Somerville. That's where I live. Touchdown, Canes. So the Canes strike first. I need some more points to be scored here. What kind of watch are you wearing? It's a Swatch watch. Okay. I've got 3 Swatch watches. Beck is playing well. Yeah, he looks good so far. Tony's an absolute beast. Tony's a beast. But yeah, Beck threw that on the move off his back foot and just threw an absolute dart. That was a hell of a pass. Got the Notre Dame defenders on skates out there. Lied about going to the NFL, left the top 5 program to chase pussy. Lost his girl, got his car stolen to go play at a school that doesn't have their own stadium. Sad and pathetic. Holy shit, bro. You just roasted the shit out of him.
Casket!
Ah, damn, man. What did he do to you? Ah, damn, man. That was cold. All right, 7-0. So if Miami wins this game, do we get credit? Is this an ACC win? Because I know Notre Dame they like to pretend like they're in the ACC, but they're not really. So I guess you got to chalk this one up as an ACC victory if Miami wins tonight. We got to take what we can get. You know what I mean? All right, so Notre Dame's going to return it here up to the 15. Gets hit hard and spun around. Miami right now is looking like they're the one playing with more moxie than the Irish. 1st and 10. We'll see if Notre Dame can get something going here on offense. They've got one of the best running backs in the entire country, and Jeremiah Love, and they might want to start using him. He's gonna if Notre Dame wants to win this game, Love is gonna have to have a big night. Sounds like a good blues song. All right. From the 15. Carjacked back to pass and hit immediately. Complete 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 on deck. Miami has a swagger about them. It's something about Miami whenever Notre Dame comes to town. Y'all know this. When I came on YouTube, it was 2017. This was one of the first videos I made. Was about Miami versus Notre Dame. Y'all remember that? Well, not my video, but y'all remember that game. 2nd down and 7, and they do run it this time, and he picks up about 4. Could have made a lot more if he went pro. No need to lie. I don't blame him for taking $4 million to play college football. I think that's a good choice because the NFL is brutal, and you might, look at what's going on with Shedeur Sanders. I mean, I'd take the money in college. 3rd down and 4. Carjacked, incomplete, intended for number 1. Uh-oh, man. Notre Dame is on their heels here. They're going to have to punt. 4th down. And Notre Dame looks like they are shell-shocked right now. They really can't do anything offensively. They've already got the 1 turnover. Now they can't even get a 1st down. Beck is making more than yours right now. Yeah. All right, so they're going to punt it. Well, this Irish offense looks terrible so far. I don't know what to, again, you got to ride on number 4, man. He's the only guy. I haven't seen anybody impressive on Notre Dame's offense so far. I know it's early in the game and all that, but they haven't really shown anything offensively other than number 4. Car wreck or carjack, whatever the hell his name is not impressive at all. Yeah, they're getting whooped on the line of scrimmage too. That's a good point. Stop being salty about one player. Georgia's a machine. We keep marching. I guess he's talking to Brett. Buck Carson Feck. I'd send him to the moon if we ever go there. Hey, Brett, did you see Elon Musk is saying we're going back, and well, NASA is too, with the help of Elon Musk. It's NASA going, but they're using Elon Musk, SpaceX rockets because NASA can't make rockets worth of shit. But do you see they're saying we're going back to the moon in 2027? Do you believe that? I don't believe that. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I'm a betting man, and I'm going to go ahead and say no, we're not going back to the moon in less than 2 years from now. I say no on that. And look, we can. I fully believe have the capability and have done it, and a lot of countries have done it. Sending probes to the moon is one thing. Sending people is a totally different thing. Yeah, Brett, sign up for the Fantasy Football League. It's free. Yeah, going to the moon is about as real as Auburn's fake national championships they just claimed. Will we hit the dome trying to go to the moon? No, I'm not a flat earther. Holy hell. There ain't no dome. Don't get Scott Kerr. Yeah, boy, Scott Kerr gets mad when you start talking about the moon. He goes, I watched it. I watched it on TV. If we do, they'll pay some big check to the neutral site game. I would like to see a neutral site college football game on the moon. I mean, hell, we're already doing it in Ireland. Next year, we're doing it twice. Y'all hear about this? Next year, we got a game in Ireland and a game in Germany. If you can do it in Ireland and Germany, there's no reason we can't do it on the moon. Did I see what Rampage Jackson's? Yeah, I saw. He almost killed that wrestler. Yeah, I saw that. Look, that's a guy that's got serious mental problems to do that. I mean, he's got anger issues. That's all there is to that. I mean, that's clear. Pete, outside of the money, what benefit does neutral site have for college teams? None. I can't think of one. It's only the money. I don't like neutral site games at all. I mean, that's why we have bowl season. That's where the neutral site game should happen, in bowls, not in the regular season. So, no, I don't like it. I mean, I don't think most people do like it. But like you said, it's all about the money. All right, here we go. 1st down and 10. Miami's got the ball back with the lead, and they're going to run it for about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 coming up. 12 minutes left in the second. And Notre Dame's going to have to do something. I don't know what they need. They need a turn. They need some sort of momentum shift here, because Notre Dame right now is just getting manhandled pretty much all over the field. They're lucky they're only down by 7. Smash the like button like a smash truck stop prom date. That's the second prom date mentioned in this stream. That's rare. Slim made one earlier about the hands on the hips. 2nd down and 8. Beck throws it. Intended for number 3. Incomplete. Who is that? Who's number 3? Moore? I can't read his name. Anyway, incomplete. 3rd down and 8. Yeah. Notre Dame needs a turnover or something. I'm going to go ahead and say, it looks like it's raining there now. I'm going to go ahead and say this is going to be a passing play on 3rd down and 8. It's an empty backfield, and we know Carson Beck's not running, so it's definitely a passing play. And it is. Drops back. Steps up. He's going to take off with it. Puts his shoulder down and gets the 1st down. There's a flag down, though. This might be coming back. Is this a holding call? That was a hell of a run by Beck. I think this might be coming back. Yeah, holding against Miami. So, That's going to negate the first down run by Beck. Back him up a little bit. So it's going to be, what, 3rd and 13? What was it? Yeah, 3rd and 13. I was surprised to see Beck run like that. Third and 18, my bad. 10-yard penalty. Beck is out there impersonating Gunnar Stockton. What's up, Rand? All right, this is definitely a passing down. If you had any doubt about that, somebody better cover number 10. That's all I know. Beck throws a short pass and is caught by 10, Tony, but he doesn't get it. I don't get these bubble screens and shit like that on 3rd and a mile. I really don't get that. You're better off throwing it downfield. Anyway, 4th down now. So Miami's going to have to punt here. 4th and 18 is another Beck stat. Oh, it was incomplete. That's why. I was about to say, wasn't it 3rd and 18? Yeah, so they called that incomplete. So anyway, Miami's going to have to punt. We'll get another look at this Notre Dame offense, which has just looked awful so far in this game. They can't get anything going. And the punt is up. And they're going to return it. Caught at the 31 and hit immediately. He held on to the ball, though. So that's good. They're going to take over at the 32-yard line. I don't know. Notre Dame's offense better do something. And we got some fighting going on here, some chippiness going on, which is to be expected in this type of game. Pete, do you think Vegas has way too much confidence in Notre Dame? I understand they made the playoffs, but freshman quarterback on the road should mean for something. Yeah, that's why I picked Miami to win this game, and I got a lot of shit from people. They're like, really, Pete? Miami? Wow. You know. I'm like, Carson Beck is a veteran quarterback who wins a shit ton of games. In my opinion, he's got better receivers in Miami than he ever had at Georgia. And Notre Dame's got Jeremiah Love, but who else they got? Carjacked or whatever his name is? Yeah, so I picked Miami to win this game for that reason, the quarterback reason. Even though I'm unhappy with Beck, he has enough talent to win the game. We will see. By the way, what are you drinking and where can I get one? This is a Dos Equis, and I got it because it was buy one, get one from Publix. So I doubled up and got 2 for the price of 1. I'm not a beer snob, so usually when I go to if I go grocery shopping, unless it's like some shit, I'm like really shitty beer, whatever's on sale is what I'm buying. If I get it for half price, I'm getting it. That's the way I like Dos Equis too. It's good. No, it's not a craft beer. Last week, what did they have on sale last week? Voodoo Ranger was on sale last week. I love that. That's a IPA. That's my favorite IPA. But yeah, I'm not a beer snob. I'll drink whatever. Offenses and matches between top teams have been non-existent this week. Yeah, well, usually the offenses are a little bit behind defenses early in the year, especially if you have new quarterbacks and receivers. They're just not in sync with each other yet. Which is why the smart thing to do would be to bet most of the unders on these games. But I'm not smart. So that's my problem. I'm just not smart. I think Carson gets unnecessary shit for something he could control. The receivers constantly dropping the balls. Titans to Peete. Yeah. Well, he said so much when he came to Miami. He said that he tried to do too much last year, and I think he tried to force a lot of throws last year that he shouldn't have made, and that's what resulted in all those turnovers. And again, like you just mentioned, a lot of the drops didn't help either. I opened a bottle of Weller for this game. I wish I had some whiskey or bourbon right now, but I don't. I got into the vodka last night. That was a bad idea. No liquor for me today. I'll sip on a couple of cold beers and that'll be it for me. All right, first down and 10, Notre Dame. I missed the play there. I didn't even see what happened. What happened? They better get number 4 going. That's all I know. Happy holiday to everybody, too. Labor Day tomorrow. I'll be doing 2 shows tomorrow. I got the midday show tomorrow at 11, and then the North Carolina and TCU game tomorrow night at 8. So I'll be on twice tomorrow. If y'all are off work, come hang out with me on the midday show. I don't promote that second channel enough. It's not really a football channel, but we do talk about football over there somewhat. But I think there's a link to it in the, let me see. I think there's one in there. Yeah, there's a link to my second channel in the description of the video of the live stream here. Go over and subscribe over there if you're not. We have fun over there. we just cut up over there. That's really what that is. Talk about anything and everything. All right, first down and 10. Notre Dame got the first down. Can Notre Dame get something going here? All right, carjacked in the shotgun. And he's going to hand the ball off. He's got a running lane. And finally, a big run play by the Irish. Close to the 40-yard line, first down, Notre Dame. Double O'Neill says, go heel. I can't wait for that game tomorrow night. I mean, it's not, like, I don't think it's going to grab a lot of national attention, TCU versus North Carolina. It's mainly because Bill Belichick, I don't know, it seems to me like people are either really rooting for Belichick to succeed or they just want to see him fall flat on his face. I don't think it's going to work very well, but what do I know? I mean, I don't know anything. Trust me, ask my wife. Were you shocked by how badly Florida State blew out Bama? Yeah, I think everybody was. I think everybody was. What's up, Christian? I actually drank 2 Busch Lights during our game. Cheapest thing at Walmart. Didn't want to be buzzed so early in the day. Yeah, Busch Light's not terrible. I mean, it's not my first choice, but hey, like I said, beer is beer, man. People are weird about beer. I'm not. I'm more picky about liquor and wine. I am kind of a wine snob, even though I don't drink wine a whole lot. I can't drink cheap wine, and I really don't like cheap liquor either. So, like, if you go out to the bar and they, you know, whatever the house liquor is, I don't want that. I got to have top shelf liquor. First and 10. And they do run it, and he slips. The weather is starting to affect some of these runs here. He just slipped. He wasn't really tackled. Anyway, he only gained about a yard or 2. Oh, I say he slipped. He tripped over his own player's foot. That's what it was. I thought it looked like in real time like he slipped, but he tripped over his own player's foot. Second down and 9. From the, the 43. Car wreck, throws it, caught. Oh my God, a completion by Notre Dame. How about that? They actually can catch the ball. It's amazing. First down. The best kind of beer is cold beer. That's yeah. 100%. Alcoholics don't have discerning taste. Yes, they do. I do. Just not with beer. The only kind of beer I don't like is, I like beer to taste like beer and not like fruit or whatever. I don't know what they're trying to do these days. You got all kinds of fruit-flavored beers. First down and 10, and they throw it down the right sideline, intended for Love. Oh, my God. That was a sort of a weird. He fell, and then the Miami player landed on top of him. His helmet popped off. Anyway, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Have I ever tried Dominican or Puerto Rican rum? If you have, do you have a favorite? I don't know if I've tried Puerto Rican rum. Hold on. 2nd down and 10. Big run by number 24 across the 20 inside the 10. Oh, he dove. Oh, they're going to put him out around the 3 maybe. What a big run there by the Irish. What's that running back's name? Number 24. Love is number 4. I don't know who number 24 is. Y'all know who that is? Anyway, back to the rum thing. I'm not sure if I've ever had Puerto Rican rum. I've had Dominican rum. When we went on the cruise in March to the Bahamas, we stopped and got a bottle of Cuban rum, which was amazing. I didn't buy it. One of the guys that was with us bought it. But I think it was really expensive. I think it was over $100 for a bottle or whatever it was. But damn, that shit was good. 1st down and goal. I mean, you could just drink it like it was water. Red Stripe, Jamaican beer. Yeah, I like that. 1st and goal. I wish I could remember the name of that Cuban rum. I don't think you can buy it in the States. But you can buy it there. What did I think about the Texas and Ohio State game? Not surprised. I mean, again, I picked Ohio State to win that game too. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, I think the expectations put on Arch Manning to go on the road in that environment and win was just insanely too high. And Ohio State's loaded. So, and I thought Sayin played pretty well. I mean, they didn't really need him to be a hero. But Ohio State's defense is a problem. So, Ohio State's going to be there at the end of the year again. They'll be in the playoffs. I mean, even if they don't win the Big Ten, they'll be in the playoffs. I'd be surprised if they weren't. 1st down and goal. From the 3. And the quarterback's going to keep it. Car wreck just got wrecked at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 2nd down and goal. Is that his name? Price? You got Love and Price. Thank you. 2nd down and goal. 6 minutes left in the half. Car wreck. Fumble! Oh, car wreck landed on it. They handed the ball off. It was a fumble, and the quarterback landed on it. Saved the day there. So it's going to be 3rd and goal, but they're going to lose a couple of yards on that. They got lucky there. Where is Love at? Probably is Love hurt? I know his helmet came off at that one play, but there he is. He's in the game now. Love's back in the game. And I'm assuming they're going to hand it to him here. I would. I don't trust this car wreck guy. No! Car wreck rolls out. He's running backwards. What are you doing, man? He's got his... Oh, my God. He throws it. Caught. What a... what a crazy play. Holy shit, man. Touchdown, Irish. That was a crazy play there. He must have ran back 30 yards. He almost ran back to midfield. Oh, and the rain's really coming down now out there. That was a crazy play. But, hey, he kept... I was like, what is this guy doing running backwards like that? But he kept the play alive, and he found the guy in the end zone. Look at him. He's zigzagging back and forth like he's in an obstacle course. Look, it looks like he's... y'all remember that show American Gladiators back in the 90s? It was on TV. Motherfucker looked like he was on the, the end course with the American Gladiators. He looked like he was at the end course on American Gladiators. Yeah, that's it. It looked like Johnny Football. That's exactly what it looked like. That was definitely a Johnny Manziel type play there. But it worked. 7-7. How about that? Got some life from the Irish. Got some life from the Irish. Out there doing fucking Madden 26 plays in real time, in real life. He ran away from that defensive line like he was being chased by an alligator. Yeah, back and forth, like this. Look, that ended up working out. Most of the time when quarterbacks do that, it's a disaster. You know what I mean? But he made it work. Jay says, it's an era of NIL. It's ridiculous not to put players' names on the back of the team's jerseys. What are we doing here? Yeah, how many teams do that? So Notre Dame's one. Penn State? Does Penn State? I don't think they put names on jerseys either. I don't think the service academies do. That's understandable. I get why they don't. Or maybe some of them do. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Army doesn't, and I don't think Navy does either. Yeah, Penn State doesn't. There's only a handful of teams that do that. Does Miami have a defense yet? What's up, badass Buckeye? Well, up until that drive, they've had a great defense in this game. I mean, Notre Dame has really had a hard time moving the ball at all up until just then. So, I don't know. I've been impressed with Miami's defense so far. Bishop Sycamore doesn't? Yeah, well. What's up, FSU? F55. You got a hard name to say. I'm just going to call you FSU. He says, go Noles. All right, 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. Tie game at 7. Miami from their own 25, and they hand the ball off to number 6, and he gets 5 yards on first down. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. That quarterback for Notre Dame ate a whole steak and still threw a touchdown. Yeah, he had about 45 seconds. He looked like he was trying to run time off the clock. I call him car wrecked. Somebody else called him car jacked. Either way, he scored. 2nd down and 5. From the 29. Back to pass again. Throws it over the middle, complete to Tony. And that's going to be a first down around the 37-yard line. First down, Canes. What's up, Jack? FSU is Momo? Is that what you're saying? What does Momo have 2 accounts? Or is he changing his name? 1st and 10. And they're going to hand the ball off, another run up the middle. I'll tell you what, I don't think Miami's done a single run on the outside. I respect it, but they're running everything up the middle. There's something up in the middle of that line that Miami likes. They haven't done a single outside run the whole game. Everything's up the middle. I respect it, though. Can I do like Bama fans and brag about Tony being 17? Is he 17 years old? Is that true? Carson Beck looks like Lurch from the 1950s Addams Family. Holy shit. Ah, damn. But what did Carson Beck do to y'all? But you're right, he does look like that. It's an ugly motherfucker. 2nd down and 7. Beck throws it, caught. Another first down. That was a diving catch. That wasn't even a very good pass. It was just a good catch. He had to sort of lay down to catch that. But it worked. First down, Canes. Carson Beck looks like Timmy from South Park. He looks like, I've seen a lot of stuff. What's the guy from the Goonies? You know what I'm talking about? The guy who's got one eye down here and one eye up there. What's the guy's name from the Goonies? Y'all remember the Goonies? Looks like him. A skinny he looks like that guy if he was on crack. All right, 1st down and 10, and they're going to run the ball again across the 50 this time. Fighting for yardage, gets about 4 yards out of that. Yeah, no, Baby Ruth, not Rocky Road. Baby Ruth, Baby Ruth. Rocky Road. What's up, Ragdog? Beaker and the Muppets. And yeah, Sloth. That's his name. Yeah. Sloth from the Goonies. That's what he looks like. He looks like Sloth if Sloth, like, was skinny and played for Miami. I only care what his ex-girlfriend looks like. Yeah. The Kavanaugh girls are pretty hot. Look, that wasn't going to work to begin with. Becky looking good like a good-looking hooker. What? What's up, Walking Off Sports? How you doing, buddy? What? Paul, are you speaking English? Becky looking good like a good-looking hooker. What does that even mean? I turned 33 yesterday. Well, happy birthday. You're a young man, Jack. You're a young man. Slaw with the weirdest comment of the day. So, well, that doesn't, I mean, that's to be expected. He speaks in code, a type of language that only he understands. Pete, what are your thoughts on the Ohio State legislator passing a law that prevents Ohio State rivals and opponents not to plant a flag in the middle of the horseshoe? I think it's ridiculous and embarrassing. That's what I think about that. I think that whenever they're not letting Dave Portnoy into the stadium is ridiculous, if that's even a thing. I'm still trying to get clarification on that. Ohio State claims that that's a Fox rule, which I'm not buying that. But yeah, the flag planting thing is stupid. The trademarking of the word "the" is stupid. Ohio State does a lot of stupid shit. Let's just be real. I mean, they're full of themselves. It's a great football program and all that, and a great team, blah, blah, blah. But they do some dumb shit. I turned 33 when Pete was in high school. What are you, 60 years old? Or, no, shit. Yeah, what are you, 60? How old am I? I'm 45, I think. I'm 44. I don't even know how old I am. I turned 45 in about a month. I know I look younger. Look, I've drank so much alcohol it preserves my body. Y'all don't know that the key to looking young is preserving your body with alcohol. He's 70. God, I hope I make it to 70. Yeah. I stopped counting before that. Actually, it's not even that I don't know how old I am. I just forget. I've got short-term and long-term memory loss. So. What's up, Stone Cold Cowboy? Also, when you chew gum, make sure you swallow it. It helps your insides stick together. I don't know. Did you read that on WebMD? Your liver is the worm in the tequila bottle. Yeah, my liver is probably shot. That's true. I saw Paul this week. We were in Cherokee for one night, and I saw Paul. Paul came up there. Paul lost a bunch of weight. I don't know if it's because he cut back on drinking or quit drinking or whatever. But Paul, I don't know how much weight did you lose, Paul? About 20 pounds? Am I rooting for the Carolina Panthers this year? Yeah, I mean, I'll root for them, but I have no hopes that they're going to be any good. I can't stand David Tepper. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 7. Back to pass again, dumps it off in the flat, caught by the running back, and he got room to run across the 40, 1st down. Big chunk. Miami's getting these big chunk. I say big chunk plays. I'm talking about 8, 10, 12, 15 yards. They're just taking these chunk yards. That's demoralizing to a defense. Has Beck been sacked yet? I don't think he has. Maybe once. First and 10. And they're going to run it up the middle again. And he gets inside the 35, a pickup of about 4. 2nd down and 6 on deck. Cancer is the new Weight Watchers? Don't say that. 70 and still watching college football. I want to be just like you. My dad lived till 83. He watched college football every Saturday. 2nd down and 6. Throws it out to the left side. Caught. Another 1st down. So they just keep moving the chains in Miami. And he's doing it with a lot of, he's not just throwing to Tony. He's got 3 or 4 receivers he's throwing to. This Miami's offense looks pretty good. They're balanced, unlike Clemson. Clemson can't run the ball to save their life or doesn't even try. Miami's running the ball about 50% of the time, throwing it, and Beck's having a pretty good game so far. 1st down and 10. Only 40 seconds left. Beck back to pass. Dumps it off. Caught. Inside the 20. Uh-oh, so they got 1 timeout left here. Clock continues to run down to 25, 24. We'll see what they do here. I gotta tell you, I know the game is tied here. Miami has definitely outplayed Notre Dame, though. I've been impressed with the way they played so far. And Beck's played pretty well. 18 seconds left. Miami takes their final timeout. Pete, Bill Belichick's girlfriend will be on the sideline as a cheerleader. No. Although that would be amazing if they did do that. My uncle was an Alabama fan for 60 years. Then he bought a car, got in a car wreck, I think is what you mean, in 2006. Never even got to see Nick Saban years. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. But speaking of the Nick Saban years, those are over, aren't they? I saw a meme today. It was pretty fun. There's a lot of good Alabama memes out there right now. Yeah, have you seen the meme of the Batman signal, where it puts the Batman signal in the sky? It's fucking Tuscaloosa, and they got the Nick Saban face signal in the sky. I thought that was pretty funny. But then again, I have a very juvenile sense of humor. All right, 2nd down and 3. Beck throws it off his back foot. Oh, one-handed catch for a touchdown. What a catch. What a throw and catch, actually. Holy shit. Wow, C.J. Daniels with the one-handed Odell Beckham type catch. What a catch. That's a Sports Center highlight if I ever saw one right there. Now, they had Beck dead to rights. Beck is falling down backwards and just throws an absolute fucking dart over the middle. And then amazing one-handed catch. I got to see this again. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I got to see the replay of that. The catch was obviously impressive. I'm more impressed with the throw. What are they reviewing? That was an amazing catch. I mean, it was headed right into the defenders. I mean, that was an easy interception if he didn't get his hand up there and rake it in like that. I want to see the throw though. They keep showing the catch. What are they trying to see, if he was down or something, or if it was actually a catch? The ball didn't hit the ground. I got to say, that's a catch, right? If the ball didn't hit the ground, did it? No, the ball didn't hit the ground. That's a catch. That's a touchdown. That's a catch. Yeah. Brett was in here bad-mouthing Carson Beck. This guy's playing his ass off, man. Brett, what do you got to say about that throw? It's okay to say that Miami just has better receivers than Georgia. I mean, that's really the truth. Yeah, he kept it off the ground. That's a catch. There's no way they're going to overturn that. Of course, I said that last night about that LSU touchdown. I couldn't believe they brought that back. And they do. Calls upheld. Wow. That's demoralizing for Notre Dame right there. That is demoralizing. Miami just looks like the better team all around so far in this game. Wild, what happens when you have some wide receivers that lead? Yeah. I'm interested to see how. It's funny. It might have been bad timing because Georgia. What I'm hearing, and I don't know because I don't really pay attention to Georgia as much as Georgia fans do. They know better than I do. What I'm hearing from them is that this is probably the best wide receiver room they've had under Kirby Smart at all. And, you know, they have one of their best passing quarterbacks, Carson Beck, leave the same year they get one of the best receiving core. It would have been, what are they, a year too late? Now, I don't know. Maybe Gunnar Stockton can take advantage of that. But is Gunnar Stockton as good a passer as Beck? I don't think so. I mean, he's definitely a better runner. There's no doubt about that. Broski Bear says, I'm up 10 right now. Up 10 what, dollars? Notre Dame plus 220 on the money line? No, I'm not doing that. I got the over, though. I got over, what is it, over 51, I think. Yeah, over 51. No, over 50 and a half is what I have. Over 50 and a half. All right, 12 seconds left here. And I don't know what Notre Dame's probably just going to take a knee here. If they're smart, that's what they'll do. I wouldn't take Notre Dame on the money line, though, right now. They haven't really shown me anything to do that. Vandy Danny, you saw I sent you your money. Just so you know. I sent you your money last night, actually. Oh, yeah, over 50 and over 50 and a half. Thank you. That's right. He knows what I get. He knows my bets better than I do. I send screenshots of what I bet in the group chat, so he saw it. 1st and 10. All right, and that's going to end the half. Great first half there. Entertaining anyway. We had one turnover. Miami scored a couple touchdowns. Beck played pretty well. Notre Dame finally came alive offensively on that last drive before Miami scored. So 14-7 in Miami. I'm going to step away for about 5 minutes here and go take a pee break and whatnot. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. I'm not shutting the stream down. Just chat amongst yourselves in the chat, and I'll be right back. Vandy Andy. I can start the stream now. That's good news. I'm glad you're here. Good game so far. 14-7. I figured this game would be good. Miami leading without the turnover chain. Do they still have that thing? ESPN is still riding Arch Manning's meat. I think Arch Manning's going to be just fine. I mean, that was a tough game for him for his first start to go on the road at Ohio State. I think that they put way too much pressure on that guy. He'll be fine. Texas is still loaded, especially offensively. What's up, Martin Dubé? Mario banned the turnover chain. That's probably a good thing. I'm not a big fan of those gimmick stuff. Clemson doesn't do anything like that. They never have, and they never will as long as Dabo's there anyway. Arch will always be a bust. I don't think so. Now, the whole thing where he's going to be the #1 pick in the draft, I'm not so sure about that. I do think that Jerry Jones is dumb enough to draft him #1 overall, or use his first pick on him. Maybe not #1 overall. I don't know if Cowboys will have the first pick, but Pete, we're 1/2 away from you eating crow completely. I picked Miami to win the game, dumbass. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, anytime Makima comes in the chat, I lose about 10 IQ points. So, the hard take off the top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Where are you at? Martin, you're in Africa, aren't you? Don't you live in like South Africa or something? Need Hammer and Hoosier on the call-in whenever you do a call-in. Love that dude. What's up, Baylor? Yeah, I'll be live this Wednesday night with the call-in show. I was supposed to start it a couple weeks ago, but it's a long story. Anyway, I couldn't do the show a couple of weeks ago. And then last Wednesday, I was out of town for the night. Robert says Miami is a joke. I don't know. They look pretty good to me. I mean, I'll be me as a Clemson guy to sit here and call Miami a joke. They look better than Clemson did. So, but I'll tell you one thing: the Notre Dame's got to get something going offensively. I just don't think Carrex is the guy. You know, I'd be interested to hear what the Irish fans say. However, this game turns out about the quarterback situation. I think defensively, the Irish are pretty good, but they've got problems offensively right now. I think, they got 2 elite running backs, Price and Love, but their passing game is non-existent. I've seen a bunch of some tape breakdown. Matt Patricia's a good DC. Arch missed some throws, but Bucks locked it up. I mean, the reality is that Ohio's, I know that a lot of people wrote them off winning the national title last year, and a lot of times there's a hangover after that and everything, but Ohio State is still maybe top 3, maybe the most talented team in the country, but definitely top 3. And Julian Sane doesn't have to be a hero. He just has to not fuck it up. God bless you too, sir. The college game is all about the quarterback. If you don't have for level 1 these days, you'll struggle. I don't know. I mean, even in recent years, the past, let's say the past 15 years, Alabama won a couple of national titles with average quarterbacks. Georgia, I don't know. I guess I don't know if you consider Stetson Bennett to be average. I think he played above average, but I mean, he wasn't a Heisman type player or anything. I think you can still win with an okay quarterback as long as the rest of the team, it's defensively and a good run game. Cade sucked last night. I don't really think Cade did suck last night. Cade didn't have a chance to do anything. Did you watch the game? And the guy was running for his life. He didn't have 2 seconds to do anything. And also, they didn't run the ball at all. I mean, you can't win without a running game. Clemson ran the ball with running backs 8 times in the entire game, once in the entire second half. I'm not putting that on Cade at all. He was put in a bad spot. Whipmaster Pete, salutations from home skillet. Tough week for the Taters, but y'all played a pretty tough team. Yeah, I still think they should have won the game. But credit to LSU, they outplayed them and outcoached them too. Definitely outcoached them. Biggest question going into the season was offensive line. Yeah, and we were told that this was the best offensive line since the national championship team. I didn't see that last night. Definitely the most veteran offensive line we've had in 7 years, but that doesn't mean the best. He missed some open. I mean, he missed some players that were wide open. That's true. I mean, I don't see anybody saying that Garrett Nussmeier played a shitty game, right? I thought he played a pretty good game. They had the same amount of passing yards. My oldest nephew started this year at offensive right tackle at Grambling State. Proud of him. I pay more to follow him than I do paying to stream. That's cool. I'm not worried about Clemson's defense in the least. I mean, I thought they played a pretty good game considering they were on the field for 3/4 of the game. I think LSU had like 10 or 12 more minutes of possession of the football than Clemson did. So Clemson's defense was put in a bad spot. Clemson's defense was put in a bad spot, and I thought they handled it pretty well. Cade Klubnik was put in a bad spot. Again, it was not a great performance by any stretch of the imagination by Cade Klubnik, but he was not the problem. There was a lot of problems, and he wasn't really the problem. Quarterbacks are only good as their offensive lines. That's why Mario has broken the bank deal. So that is true 98% of the time. The only caveat I would put in there is if you have somebody like Lenora Sellers. How many of you guys watched the South Carolina game today against Virginia Tech? South Carolina's got offensive line problems just like Clemson. They might be just as bad or worse. But the difference is Lenora Sellers is a magician. He's one of those rare guys that can mask offensive line problems. Yeah, Cade Klubnik is a little bit predictable. Anytime there's any pressure, he rolls out to the right every single time. That's predictable. Eddie says our offensive line is worse than Clemson's. Yeah, I mean, Virginia Tech was getting after it, man. They were getting after it. But Lenore Sellers, like I said, he's a beast, man. I picked in the preseason Clemson to lose to South Carolina. Now, to be fair, I picked Clemson to beat LSU. I was wrong about that. But I got a lot of I got a lot of pushback from Clemson people telling me I was crazy for picking South Carolina to beat Clemson. And I'm like, until I can see that our defense can stop Lenore Sellers, they couldn't stop him for shit last year, then I'm picking South Carolina. I'm sorry. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. Believe me. South Carolina's 2 steps back from 24. Roster turnover is pretty severe. Yeah. What's that wide receiver for South Carolina? He's a beast too. They've got an elite wide receiver, an elite quarterback, a terrible offensive line. They got a good run game. The defense, it's hard to judge when you play. I don't really think Virginia Tech's offense is very good, so it's kind of hard to judge South Carolina's defense off of that game today. We'll find out more when they play some better offenses. But Virginia Tech's Virginia Tech's not any good. They played with heart today. They kept the game close for the majority of the game. South Carolina pulled away at the end. But I'm not sitting here and going to pretend that like Virginia Tech is somehow some world beater. They're a middle of the road or even maybe a bottom of the road ACC team. What's up, Chipster? What's my thoughts on CJ Carr first half? Not good. I mean, not good. He didn't show me anything. Who's the backup quarterback there? I was asking that earlier. Who's number 2 in line behind Carr? Harbor looked good. Faison looked good, but the offensive line will hold the Gamecocks back. Well, they're going to have a real problem when they start playing some real defenses. Again, Virginia Tech showed some heart today, but they're not anything compared to what South Carolina's. South Carolina's got to play LSU. They got a tough schedule, South Carolina does. They're going to play some good defenses. And unless they figure something out with the offensive line, Sellers is going to have to be a hero for them to win 8 or 9 games. Mrs. Peete Mrs. Pete's on the couch watching a movie downstairs. I don't know what movie she's watching. She's watching some movie, though. She ain't got no interest in Notre Dame and Miami, apparently. I think the game last night took it all out of her. took it all out of me, too. I was up late and early I was up late last night and then up early this morning. I shot that State of the Fan address video at like 7:30 this morning. Mrs. Peete knows her season is over. Boy, she was mad. She was mad. She gets more mad than I do when Clemson loses. I was about to have a heart attack last night. Yes, Mrs. Peete is a trooper. Well, she's got to put up with me on a daily basis, so I'll give her that. Virginia Tech dropped D-line stun on them, and they were Sellers' face immediately. Yeah, I mean, they schematically, Virginia Tech had a good strategy. But the problem was Sellers, number one, but really just in general, South Carolina is just more talented than Virginia Tech is. It was just a matter of time. They hung in there for a while, though. I'll give them credit for that. Yeah, Nick Harbor, that's his name. That's the guy I was thinking about. He's an elite receiver. Robert says he still thinks Notre Dame's going to win this game. I don't know. All right, here we go. Start of the second half. And Notre Dame's going to kick the ball off here to start the second half. Miami will receive up by 7. Let's see if they can keep the train rolling here. Pretty good offensive performance for Carson Beck and the Miami offense as a whole. Notre Dame's going to have to figure something out here. They really need they need a turnover or something to change the momentum in this game. Yeah, I believe Miami could be dangerous in the ACC too. I think the ACC is going to be pretty good this year. Between Miami, Clemson, Georgia Tech, maybe Louisville as well. I think you've got 4 teams that are legit threats to win to win the conference this year. So we'll see which team can keep it together. First down and 10 from the 25. And is that Beck? Yeah, that is Beck. It didn't look like it for a second. Flag on the first play. Let's see what this is for. Well, Florida State, yeah. I don't know about SMU. I'm not as sold on them. They do have a lot returning, and their quarterback returns. Yeah, but yeah, the ACC is going to be interesting this year. All right, the flag was against Miami, a 5-yard penalty, 1st and 15. Beck back to pass. He's going to keep it, run up the middle, and he slides across the 25. Picked up a few there. Got about 5 yards, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. or 2nd and 10 rather. I'm impressed with Beck so far. 2nd down and 10. And they're going to run it up the middle again, fighting for about 2 yards. 3rd down and 8 coming up. I mean, I prefer that the ACC does have a better conference. You would think that I would not want it to be good, so Clemson can just cruise through and get their way to the playoffs. But I don't know. I'm just a fan of the sport, and I like to see good games. I don't like to see shitty games every week for Clemson. So I like playing against good teams. So I like when Miami's good. I like when Florida State's good. I like when Georgia Tech's good. 3rd down and 8. Beck throws it. Caught across the 40. Another 1st down. What is Beck's stats so far? I guess I could look it up. He had a hell of a first half. Completion percentage wise anyway. And probably yardage too. But he's on tonight. He's on the money tonight. Now he was wide open. That was an easy pitch and catch, but still. 1st and 10 from the 42. Tony in motion, and Beck with the option. He keeps it, throws it, and it is caught for 8. 8-yard gain there. 2nd down and 2 coming up, and Miami's moving the ball. Those highlights they showed, dude is way better than Cade was last night. Yeah. Yeah, Cade didn't play great, but again, I don't think he was the problem. He was put in a bad situation. 2nd down and 2, and they're going to run it up the middle for about 10. They're playing bully ball. They're running the ball well. They're throwing the ball well. And just eating up big chunk plays. I would like to see what their average offensive play is. They're averaging over 5 yards per play on offense. Got to be. Another big run all the way up to the 30. We'll see where they spot this. I think he might have got the 1st down there. I think he got it. Boy, this is concerning if you're Notre Dame. A lot of people thought, including me, that Notre Dame would be the more physical team, but that has not been the case. I did pick Miami because of the quarterback situation, but I'm surprised that Notre Dame is getting bullied like this on the line. That's really the heart of their team. No, he didn't get the 1st down. 2nd down and 1 from the 30, and they're going to run it again. Right up the middle for 3, 1st down, Canes. Notre Dame is, they're on their heels, is right. This is concerning. If you're an Irish fan, this is concerning. Uh, 10 minutes and 30 seconds and counting in the 3rd. If Miami scores here, boy, Notre Dame's in some real trouble. If they score a touchdown here. And they're going to run it again up the middle, this time for about 2. 2nd down and 8. They're playing fast too. You would think they would load the box. Well, they're scared. I mean, the way that Beck's passing it, they don't know what to do. I mean, this is the benefit of having a balanced offense. Unlike what we saw with Clemson last night. If you're one-dimensional, it's easy to defend. 2nd down and 8. Beck throws a quick pass, caught immediately, hit immediately. Good defense, good penetration there. Sniffed out by number 6. A loss of a yard on the play. Notre Dame is in a bad way. Yeah. 9.5 minutes and counting. And somebody's mouthpiece is on the field. 3rd down and 8. From the, what is this, the 26-yard line. Back to pass. Throws it, caught by Tony. He's got room to run inside the 20, inside the 10. Stutter steps out of bounds at the 8. Another first down. It's going to be first and that was inside the 10, wasn't it? That says 1st and 10 on the screen. I thought he got inside the 10. Should be 1st and goal. Where did he step out here? Oh, they're going to say he stepped out at the 11 maybe? Is that what it was? Beck is 17 of 24 for 186 yards. Yeah, he's playing well. And it is 1st and goal from the 9 officially. And they're going to run it up the middle again. Fighting. They can't get him down. Holy shit. Fought for 3 or 4 yards there. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He's just dragging people. Second and goal. Boy, oh boy. 11 plays, 70 yards, and they've taken 8 minutes off the clock. This is demoralizing. If you're Notre Dame, this is demoralizing. That kind of drive is demoralizing. And they're going to run it up the middle again. He's fighting. Pushed across the goal. I think it's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Boy, Notre Dame's in big trouble now. They are in big trouble now. They haven't officially called it yet. There we go, touchdown. They're probably going to look at this again, but it looked to me like he got in there. SEC Dog says, Notre Dame, your season is over. Bush Lights in the freezer is the only way I can drink it so it goes down quick. That's what she said. Damn.
Casket!
Notre Dame is the softest team in the country. I don't know about that, but they're not looking good tonight. That's for damn sure. They're getting bullied. They are getting absolutely bullied. Might be a long year for the Irish. Sorry. Have they not kicked the extra point yet? I think Miami's got the best offensive line in the ACC, maybe one of the best in the country. (21-7), and they just ate up 8 minutes off the clock. Notre Dame's going to have to do something. They got to score here, otherwise this game might be over. Are you crazy? Best O-line? Yeah, I think they might have the best offensive line in the ACC. Name one better. I mean, I bet Always Irish is pissed right now. I'm sure he is. He doesn't feel well.
I don't feel well. Jesus. Life shouldn't be that stressful. If this is my show 2 weeks in, by week 10, I'm going to be doing the show from a casket. Casket.
Florida State has the best offensive line? I don't know about that. Louisville's O-line. Who did Louisville even play? I can't even remember. It's kind of hard to judge when you play against a shitty team. A lot of people are overreaction Carson Beck last season. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Kevin? Notre Dame better get something going quick, fast, and in a hurry. They are in a bad situation right now. On the road, down 14 points. Can't seem to do anything right, really, outside of one decent drive where they got to 7 points. You got to lean on your best players in a situation like this. Down 14 points on the road in the second half. Number 4 is he needs to get going quick. Number 4 is their best player. Is it even close? I guess Price is good too, but Carson Beck's problem is that he looks like Napoleon Dynamite. Boy, he did get Uncle Rico's look, but got a good arm. Damn. Yeah, he didn't win the genetic lottery with the face, did he? No, he didn't. But he got the arm, though. Pete, CC says come over and help her eat all these great desserts she's making. Match made in heaven. I love desserts, but I'm definitely afraid of sugar. I don't eat a whole lot of sweets, as much as I would love to. I have a very awkward fear of diabetes, even though I'm not overweight, not fat. I don't know what it is. I'm scared of diabetes. That's why I specifically instruct Mrs. Peete not to make like a bunch of cakes and shit like that, because I will eat it if it's around. But I don't want to. I cannot unsee Beck throwing food over a fence to a llama. Where did that happen? Well, that's part of the problem, Paul. I drink enough of this I can't be adding cake on top of it, or whatever else. That's a very rational fear to have, I guess. I mean, it's not really rational. I drink a lot. I smoked for 20-something years. I'm not deathly afraid of cancer. I've never been obese, but I'm afraid of diabetes. So, it is what it is. Beer is just cereal in a can. All right, let's see if Notre Dame can have an answer here. 21-7. 7 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the third. Can Carrick get things going? They're in a position now they're going to have to start throwing the ball, even though that's not their strong suit. This could go bad or great. We'll see. 1st and 10. Carrick rolls out to his left and just throws a terrible pass in the flat, incomplete. He looks rattled. That was a terrible throw. Out there looking like Cade Klubnik. 2nd down and 10. And it looks like Love is in the game. He's your best player. Utilize him. You're going to need him. He needs to come up big. Carrick back to pass. Batted down. Incomplete. Boy, they look like the Bad News Bears, man. He looked like DJU. Oh, damn, that's really casket there. Boy, now y'all are throwing out the insults now. Don't say that. DJU, holy shit. All right, 3rd down and 10. Carrick throws it. What the hell was that? I don't even know how to describe what I just saw. Who is he even throwing that to? Boy, Notre Dame sucks. I've seen enough. That's it. Notre Dame's garbage. They're even worse than Clemson's offense. You know how bad that is? Holy shit. God almighty. Notre Dame was carjacked. Yeah, they got carjacked and then got in a car wreck after they got carjacked. God dang. All right. Hey, they got a good punter, though. That's good because they need him a lot. And Tony's going to return it to about, I can't even see what yard line that is. But Canes with the ball again. Whew. This is brutal. I'm glad I'm not a Notre Dame fan. I got my own problems being a Clemson fan. Peete already sweating us. Makima, you have the biggest victim mentality I've ever seen. If I was any nicer about what I'm saying about Miami, I'd be stroking them off. God almighty, dude. Calm down. Miami needs to blitz the shit out of this freshman quarterback. Yeah. God, I hope they play like this in a few weeks against Arkansas. We always play good in the game. Well, what week is the Florida game? That could be a good one. And I believe that one's in Miami too, right? Yeah, because y'all played in the Swamp last year. This year it's in Miami, I believe. Put a fork in Notre Dame. They are done. Week 4? Okay. I'm an LSU fan. I'm content but not comfortable. LSU's got some tough games. I'm looking forward to seeing LSU and South Carolina play. LSU's defense is going to eat. South Carolina's offensive line is garbage, but Lenore Sellers is a magician. 3 or 4? Y'all don't even know. It's week 4, he said. I think LSU better watch Alabama. It could be a trap game for them. I'm taking LSU in that one. Unless Alabama just had a terrible game and it was some sort of anomaly. Yeah, I'm taking LSU in that one. Always Irish's post-game live stream will be must-see TV. Yeah, people like watching losers. I'm not calling John a loser. I'm saying the team. People like watching when your team loses more than they like watching you when your team wins. That's YouTube 101 right there. Hoping Clemson had an yeah, me too. I mean, I have no idea if Clemson's got a good run game or not because they didn't even try to run it. They might have a great run game, but who knows? Dabo did acknowledge that they didn't run the ball enough. No shit, Sherlock, but they'll run it. They got Troy next week. They'll run it a bunch to get these running backs some reps, and hopefully they can figure out who running back number 1 is. Because right now, Kay Klubnik's running back number 1. He ran more than any running backs did last night. Y'all, no. See, that's what I'm talking about. That stat right there is misleading. Out of those 20 runs, 8 of them were Cade Klubnik, and 2 of them were wide receivers. So, less than 10 runs by running backs. That's my point. First and 10, 7 minutes left, 21-7. From the, 14. And they're going to hand the ball off. And they cannot bring this guy down. He got hit 14 times before he got tackled. Boy, Notre Dame's got a lot of problems right now. Tackling is at the top of the list. Well, the top of the list for problems with Notre Dame right now is crowded, but tackling is at the top. Sellers look good. What do you mean? Yeah, Sellers did look good. Who's saying he didn't? Somebody said he wasn't? 2nd down and 4, and they just can't tackle. He got close to the first down. It's going to be about a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and 1. I'm going to go ahead and call this play. They're going to run it right up the middle, again, between the tackles like they've been doing all night. And they're probably going to run it for at least 4 or 5 yards and get the first down. That's my prediction. We'll see if I'm right. And Notre Dame knows they're about to do it too, and they still won't be able to stop him. And he slipped. They did do what I said they were going to do, but he slipped. And we got an injured Miami offensive lineman down here. He's holding his leg. That's not good. But yeah, he just slipped. He fell. He didn't even get hit till he fell. So it's going to be fourth down. Notre Dame kind of catches a break there, honestly. South Carolina will lose in Baton Rouge. Oh, I thought that game was in Columbia. I thought the South Carolina game against LSU was in Columbia. It's in Baton Rouge. Okay, that changes things. I don't know why I thought that. I mean, I think LSU's a better team than South Carolina. But there's something about Sellers that, I don't know. He give you headaches, but I will definitely. If they played next week, I'm picking LSU. South Carolina's offensive line is just not any good. So, got his ankle rolled on. All right, so they do punt, and there's sort of a weird bounce there, but it does stay in bounds at the 35-yard line. We'll get to see if the Irish in the car jack can get something going here. Yeah, they had they returned that kick for a touchdown. They had another big passing play touchdown. But really, what really the sealer was. Did y'all see that run by Lenora Sellers in the fourth quarter? I think it was like 3rd and 8 or something. It might have been 3rd and 10. And it looked, he should have been sacked. The two different guys got their arms around him. He got out of that, got to the sideline, and just took off down the sideline and got the first down. That's what he did to Clemson all game last year in Death Valley. If only Clemson didn't let us down. Yeah, Clemson let everybody down, didn't they? Including me. Well, he took a couple of big sacks because, he should have been sacked a lot more is what I'm saying. If that would have been Cade Klubnik back there, he might have been sacked 10 times today. But it wasn't. It was Sellers. Live over-under is 43.5 now. Don't tell me that. I need 50. I'm probably not going to get to 50 because Notre Dame can't score. You know? I don't know. Maybe Miami will score 40 on their own, and I'll hit my over. I still got Penn State beating us and winning the Big Ten. Wow, that's interesting. I'm not. I got Ohio State winning the Big Ten. Either Ohio State or Oregon. I'm not sold on Penn State. I'm not saying they're not any good. I'm not sold on them winning the Big Ten. I saw the greatest moment of the weekend. What was that? Dave? Is that Dave? Yeah, Dave's here. Dave's here. Everybody, Dave's here. What'd you see? What's the greatest thing of the weekend? I got to hear this. In my opinion, it's LSU and Ohio State, then everyone else. Look, man, I'll give you your props on beating Clemson. That was a great win. Saying that it's LSU and Ohio State and everybody else is insane. Come on, man. That's just not true. Oregon will do nothing with the new quarterback. Yeah, but you said and everybody else. That's like saying whoever your third team is like miles behind those two teams. That's just not true. I don't have a problem with you picking Penn State and LSU. I just said, but there's not that big of a separation between whoever your third team is. Will Miami play Clemson in the ACC championship? I hope so. Yeah, if Clemson can make it there, I don't know, man. If they can't establish a run game, Clemson won't make it to the ACC championship game. Miami is not going to the ACC championship game, says KDH2 Jones. All right, 1st and 10. Car wreck, throws it, caught on the outside, hit immediately, but he got about 5 out of that. Boy, Notre Dame needs to score here, something serious. Well, they need to score because they're down by 2 touchdowns, but they need to score for moral just to change the momentum of this game. The momentum of this game has never been in Notre Dame's favor since the word go. I mean, since the kickoff. They got to do something to get the momentum shift here. 2nd down and 5. Caught. They got a 1st down. Wow. Holy shit. Notre Dame got a 1st down. Notre Dame got a 1st down. Can you believe it? It's unbelievable. Hadn't seen a lot of those. Notre Dame's got 11 yards in the second half so far. Holy crap. And they just got them all in that one play. 1st and 10. Car wreck. Dumps it off. Oh my God. He dropped it. he dropped that, didn't he? I don't even know if I'd do that play because it hasn't. They've tried that play 6 or 7 times. It hasn't worked a single goddamn time yet. Ah, dang. I agree with True Seminole. No, picking the ACC right now is virtually impossible, just based on what we saw week 1. Now, maybe in a couple weeks we'll get a better idea after we've seen some more football. But right now, I mean, you may as well just throw a dart at the dartboard. 2nd down and 10. Uh-oh, car wreck takes off. And he got a 1st down, a 13-yard gain. Let's go. All right. I see what you're doing, car wreck. I see you. I see you. Car wreck said, fuck this. I'm going to have to put these jokers on my back. 1st and 10. Car wreck and shotgun. Jeremiah Love back there with him. Uh-oh, car wreck's about to show some moxie here. I'm starting to feel some vibes from car wreck. Car wreck throws it deep. What a catch! All the way down to the 15-yard line. Caught. Uh-oh, here comes the Irish. Here comes the Leprechauns. Here they go. Let's go. I need some points. I don't give a shit. Fuck Miami. I need some points scored in this game. I hope they score here. I hope they score here. Let's go Irish. Come on, car wreck. You can do it. I believe in you. Even if your own fan base doesn't, I believe in you. They're reviewing this. I guess they're going to review and see if this was a catch. Let's see. Yeah, that's a catch. That's 100% a catch. The ball never even touched the ground. That was a hell of a catch, too. Come on, car wreck. Rudy, 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 Rudy.
I don't feel well.
Anglo Zombie says we need a wide receiver like that. Alabama's not making the playoffs. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say no on that. I think Alabama's in for a long season, bro. Again, maybe it was just an anomaly and they just, had a terrible day. I'm not saying Alabama's garbage or anything. I'm not going to overreact like that, but they've got a tough road. They could easily lose 3 or 4 games, and if they lose 4 games, they're not making the playoffs. So, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think Alabama's in for about an 8-4 season. Bama's making the toilet bowl. Hell, they might end up in the Citrus Bowl against Clemson. If Clemson doesn't get their shit together, they might be down there in the fucking Birmingham Bowl or something. 1st down and 10 after the review. They did call it a catch. Come on, car wreck. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you, car wreck. And they give it to Love. He bounces out to the left side. He's got room to run inside the 10. Hurdles a guy. Holy shit, what a run. Flag down. That's their best player right there, number 4. Out here looking like Saquon Barkley all of a sudden. Oh, no, they called a holding. They It's going back. Car wreck. What'd you do, man? Shit. Yeah, casket on that.
Casket!
Dang, that was such a great run, too. That was a great run. Negated. He didn't even need to hold him. That's the even worse part. That was an unnecessary hold. Damn. All right, car wreck now. You got some real work to do. 1st and 20. First and 20 from the, well, I don't even know what yard, the 24. Car wreck throws it to the left side and flag. That's going to be pass interference. That's going to be PI against Miami. So they're going to get back the penalty they just lost, the yards they just lost on the last penalty. They're going back and forth with the penalties here. Flag on the play. PI. Yeah, unnecessary. I agree. That was unnecessary. He wouldn't have caught it anyway, probably. The same way that on the previous play, the holding call was completely unnecessary as well. So 2 bad penalties by both these teams. 2 unnecessary penalties anyway. Yeah. Boy, you see that ref throw that flag? He threw that thing like he was mad at it. He was like... You ever see a ref throw a flag like that? He looked like he's trying to throw a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. God, he's mad about it. 1st and 10. And they give it, is that Love? Anyway, they run it up the middle for about 2. To be honest, about last night, now I think about it, LSU assisted by a bunch of PI calls and stupid flags. Yeah. Well, they got robbed too. They got robbed of a touchdown. That's definitely a fact. Yeah, I've never seen a ref throw a flag like that. He was mad. 2nd down and 8. From the 11. Come on, car wreck. They give it to Love. Oh, he tries to hurdle. It doesn't work this time. Ooh, that almost ended bad, but he got about 4 or 5 yards. 3rd down on deck. The refs cheated for Clemson. No, they didn't. I'm not complaining about the officials. Maybe somebody else is. They didn't cheat for Clemson. They just made some bad calls on both sides for both teams. 3rd and 5. Those were SEC refs, by the way. So I don't know why they cheat for Clemson, an ACC team. Turns out they just suck at their job, like a lot of refs do. It's loud in there. Where? In Miami Stadium? I can't hear. So I don't even know what's going on here. 3rd down and 5. Come on, car wreck. Score a touchdown, car wreck. I need the points. Got to pay Pete here. Car wreck's going to keep it. Oh my God, car wreck gets the 1st down. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 2. Car wreck's putting the team on his back. Look at this guy. He's undersized and he's outmatched, but he ain't down. He's got heart. Win one for the Gipper. First and goal, Irish. If you don't give it to number 4, I'm disowning Notre Dame forever. They do. They give it to him, and he fights. Oh, no! Number 23 lost his helmet, but he's still in the game. Still trying to tackle. Boy, there's flags all over the place. I don't know what this is. They stopped him short, though. We'll see what this flag is. Casket.
Casket!
What is this? From the looks of Mario Cristobal's face, this is going against Miami. I don't know, though. And it is. What'd he say? Did y'all know that Mario Cristobal is a black belt in jiu-jitsu? Have y'all heard that before? Yep, that's true. I'm not lying. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Unsportsmanlike? Yeah, that's kind of a ticky-tacky call there. But first and goal. So they get a fresh set of downs, and they're on the 1 foot line, it looks like. Half the distance of the goal. Come on, car wreck. I believe in you. The ball's going to number 4, and they know it. It better go to number 4. It's either going to be number 4 or car wreck's going to keep it himself. And they do give it number 4, and he's short. Boy, he can't even get a yard. Helmet came off, too. He's got to come out of the game for at least one play. Second down and goal. So they'll put Price in. That's the end of the third quarter. And we've got an exciting game here. I'll give Notre Dame some credit. They were down and out. And look, I mean, they really got manhandled the entire game, but this drive has been impressive. Car wreck has some heart. I just sucked beer down the wrong pipe. Yeah, great game. So this game has lived up to the hype so far. This might be the most entertaining game of the weekend. Yeah, I would agree with that. I definitely would agree with that. I thought the Notre Dame, I mean not Notre Dame, that's the game now. The Texas and Ohio State game was pretty entertaining, but this one's way better. Where is the ACC championship game this year? Isn't it always in Charlotte? Unless they changed it, and I don't know. It's always in Charlotte. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. Who plays tomorrow? There's one game tomorrow. It's the Fighting Bill Belichick and his 25-year-old girlfriend against the Horned Frogs of TCU. Definitely 4-down territory. I'm with you on that. Yeah, a field goal is not going to do you any good here, especially since they've proven that they can't really stop Miami's offense. I think Miami's good for at least 1, probably 2 more touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So Notre Dame, field goals are out of the question at this point. They need 7 points. Or none. The Horned Lizards, you mean? No, they're frogs. I think those are the type of frogs that you can lick them and trip like you're on acid, like Mike Tyson did. You know, the psychedelic frogs. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the psychedelic frogs. It was in Tampa, then Charlotte. It's been in Charlotte for at least 10 years. I don't know where it was at before that. Yeah, smoking the toad, exactly. You don't have to smoke it though. You can just, I think you can just lick the frog. I don't know. I've never done it, so I'm just going what everything I read on the internet's true. Yeah, because everything on the internet's true. Justin says Clemson will make the playoffs. Well, you're more confident than I am. I seriously doubt if they don't win the ACC that they'll make the playoffs. So the question is, will they win the ACC? And right now, I'm not convinced that they will. I'm not saying they won't. I'm just not convinced that, I don't think it's as clear cut as people thought it was before the season. You would have a hard time finding anybody a week ago that said that Clemson wasn't going to win the ACC. Now, you probably have a hard time finding somebody who's guaranteeing it, including me. This LSU team will win a natty. Dude, I think you're going a little bit overboard here. The same way that we're going way too overboard with Clemson's performance being bad, I think you're going way too overboard with the LSU national title thing. It's literally one game. One game is what you played. Dabo was pissed when I saw the end of the game. I feel bad for. Well, I don't feel bad for Dabo Swinney at all. He's getting paid $13 million a year to coach a team that has no run game. So, all right, here we go. Second down and goal. Car wreck throws it, caught, touchdown Irish. Let's go, Peete. I knew it. I believed in you, car wreck. Nobody else in this chat believed in car wreck other than me. I told him, if it weren't for me believing in him, I sent the juju out there. He wouldn't have done that without me. Y'all can thank me for that, Irish people. Y'all can thank me for that. What is that? So 21-14. 35. I need 15 more points. I'm Irish too. Thank you, Mike. I will say that was an impressive drive by the Irish there. They needed that bad. If they didn't get that, I think the game was over. They needed a momentum shift. They needed some confidence, and that was a good drive there. Kind of a weird drive with the back and forth penalties and whatnot, but give credit to Car Wreck. He pulled through in the end under pressure on the road. Was the over 50.5? I've got two. Yeah, but yes, it was 50.5, and then I think at game time it changed to 50. It went down to 50. I've got two on it. I've got one at 50.5. Let me look at it, actually. I'm pretty sure that's what I got. I don't even know what I got. Let's see what I got here. Let's see here. Yes, I got one at over 50 and one at over 50.5. So it did change. It did change a little bit. Live over under 4. I'm not making another one. I've already got two on it. I'm not doing more than that. But 48 would be a good one to take right now. Yeah, so yes, I need 16 more points, but the thing is, 15 would give me a push right now. And a push is like a win as far as I'm concerned. That means you're not losing anything. I'm watching you from a tiny town called Carlingford, the home of the Leprechaun Legends. What? All right, 1st and 10, Miami. And they're going to run it up the middle again. They've been doing that all game, and they've been getting chunk plays. That's good for about 5 yards. 2nd down and 5 on deck at the beginning of the 4th quarter. It's been a great weekend. Georgia Tech won, watched all the college football, and the Hives came out with a banger of an album. Really? The Hives? I believe you. Oh, you're in Ireland right now. I got you. I was about to say, 2nd down and 4. Beck throws it, intended for Tony, looking for a flag. There is no flag. It's going to be 2nd down and 4. No flag on the play. Oh, there is a flag. A late flag comes in, and it's against Miami. Holding against the Canes. Uh-oh, now they're rowing the boat. They're going the wrong way. They're going backwards. Can they drink alcohol in that stadium since it's an NFL stadium? Yes, they can. Hell, you can drink alcohol in most college stadiums now. It's not even a thing really anymore. Even Clemson does it. Starting this year. Starting yesterday, actually. Well, I take that back. I did. They sold it. I went to the spring game in Clemson in what was that? April. 2nd down and 14. Throws complete to Tony up to the 28. Third down coming up. The Irish, if they want the momentum here, they need to stop them here and get the ball back. Yeah, I think the South Carolina Clemson, well, it usually is good. Yeah, I think it'll be a great game this year. As long as both Klubnik and Sellers are both healthy going into the game, I hope they are. Third down and 7. Beckett with the empty backfield, back to pass, and I don't know what just happened there. Somebody call a timeout? I think somebody called a timeout. Yeah, Miami timeout. I remember sneaking a beer at Clemson's Memorial Stadium during the Panthers' inaugural season. Boy, you're showing your age there. Let's do a little trivia here. What year did the Carolina Panthers play their home games in Clemson's Memorial Stadium? I know the answer to this because I'm both a Clemson and a Panthers fan. Let's see who can get it first in the chat. No. Yes, Mr. Cocky got it. 1995. 1990, you know, the Panthers' first year as a franchise was 1995. Rich Chat said 1979, I think. They weren't even a team then. Panthers didn't exist then. Jay Bridgestone says 1994. Mike Porter says year 1420. Yes. You're the closest. Nature Boy was born. Nature Boy's a year older than me. It's funny because, you know, Clemson fans hate the Panthers because they've never, you know, and since 1995, the Panthers have never drafted a single Clemson player. Not one. Now, they've had Clemson players on their team, you know, through trades or whatever, but they've never drafted one. Despite the fact that they played their first inaugural season in Clemson's football stadium. I didn't get to go see a Panthers game in the Clemson stadium, but that would have been cool to see. I was only 15 years old at the time in 95. Scott, what's up, Scott? Hope the Irish shit their pants. That's a weird thing to hope.
Casket!
That they shit their pants. Scott Kerr is wishing incontinence on the Irish. Interesting. Bordeaux says the Saints don't draft LSU players. That's weird. That is weird. But I bet they've at least drafted, I mean, well, first of all, the Saints have been around a lot longer than the Panthers have. So I'm sure at some point in history they've drafted some LSU players. But yeah, no Clemson players drafted by the Panthers. And it's only a couple hours. I think about 2 hours from Charlotte to Clemson. Yeah, down in the bayou.
Look down in the bayou.
All right, here we go. Marcus Freeman looks serious, doesn't he? 3rd down and 7. Miami. Up by a score. 13 and a half minutes left in the game. From the 27, back to pass. Under pressure, sacked. Uh-oh, the Irish have come alive. The Irish have come alive in the 4th quarter. Look at this. Is this a comeback on the making? Let's see what Carrex got to say about this. Miami just wasted a timeout because of a fake injury. Yeah, they're starting to do that now. If you, If you fall down on the ground after they spot the ball, then they take a timeout away from you just in case it's a fake. If you're able to fake it before they spot the ball, then it doesn't count against you. I'm trying to figure out if I like that rule or not. I guess, I mean, they got to do something. The fake injuries are getting out of control here. All right, fair catch called for at the 35. Let's see what car wreck can do. Can car wreck tie this game up? Jay Bridgestone says Miami is washed. All right, 1st and 10. 12 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Notre Dame ball with decent field position here. And is that Love on the field? I can't see who the running back is. I think it's Love. And Love breaks a couple of tackles, falls forward for about 8 yards. Good run there on 1st down. It's going to be 2nd and 2. This is an interesting game here. The Golden Domers aren't done yet. Where's Makima at? Is he crying yet? Makima's only in the chat whenever his team wins, or is winning. 2nd down and 2. Short screen pass. Oh my God. Oh, what a crazy play. Intercepted. Wow. Wow. 3 different players touched that ball before it was intercepted. They played fucking hot potato with that thing for 4 minutes before somebody intercepted it. And then Fat Boy ran right down the sideline. Car wreck, what are you doing? Boy, car wreck really wrecked that time, didn't he? Did he kick it? That was crazy. Let's see. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. It bounced off his helmet. He didn't kick it. It bounced off his fucking helmet. Y'all see that? Look, watch this. 1, 2. Did it bounce off his helmet? He definitely didn't kick it. Maybe, I think it bounced off his hand. Where are y'all seeing the foot? I didn't see any foot touch the ball. I don't know what y'all are looking at. Maybe I'm blind. All right, 1st and 10. And they're going to run it for about 5 yards on 1st down. Boy, that was a crazy turn of events there. Let's go, Miami. I need some points. Let's go. I believe in you, Beck. I don't care what Big Dog Brett says about you. Forget about what Big Dog Brett says about you. I believe in you, Carson Beck. You're a great quarterback. Second down and 4. Let's go, Miami. I root for whoever's got the ball. I don't even care who wins. 2nd down and 4, and he's going to run it for about 2. Let's go offense. Can Bug Eyes do it? 3rd down. Well, we know they're in field goal range, so at the very least, even if they don't get a 1st down here, they should get a field goal to increase this to a 24-14 game. 3rd down and 3. This is going to be a run play. Should be anyway. Back in shotgun. And they do hand the ball off. Oh, he got stopped short. He got to the 20-yard line. He's going to be 2 yards short of the 1st down. Freeman looks like he's going to cry. Vandy Dandy says that Cristobal will screw this up somehow. I don't think you can screw it up now. It's a chip shot field goal. This should be easy. One thing about Miami is they usually have really good kickers. And for some reason, they're always fat, too. Y'all ever notice that about Miami kickers? Most teams, like kickers, are scrawny. Miami always finds the fat ones. And it is good. So it's going to be 24. It's a 10-point game now. I'll take any points I can get. I don't give a shit who scores it. Where are we at here? So Miami gets some points off of the turnover. That was a crazy turnover. How many points to get over? 50. Or 50 and a half. Ultra Magadog, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Thanks for another great stream. Thank you for supporting the show and being here, all of you. You guys are amazing. Don't underestimate him. He can screw some stuff up. There's white and gold on the field, too. Pete's going blind, early signs of diabetes. Well, I thought one of the things, aren't your feet supposed to hurt or some shit like that? My feet are all right. I mean, my feet actually do hurt right now because I've been on them for the past 3 hours. But other than that, I think my feet are okay. Do you go blind from diabetes? Is that really the thing? I'm not going blind from diabetes. I'm going blind from old age. My eyesight I used to have like my eyesight was like I could see like I was like an eagle, okay? And then as soon as I hit like 42 years old, it just all of a sudden I couldn't read my phone anymore. It went like that. Rand says, yeah, that happened to my grandmother. Oh, okay. I thought you were in your mid-40s. I'm in my early 40s for at least another month. We've had this discussion. You're not in your mid-40s till you're 45. I'm 44 for at least 5 more weeks, okay? Calm down. Calm down. I have trouble seeing dealer card at blackjack. Is that your excuse for sucking at blackjack? You can't read the cards? Losing feeling in extremities is called neuropathy. Yes, it is. I can still feel my toes and certainly my fingers. All right, we got a game here. This ain't over. It's a 10-point game. That was a really bad turn of events for Notre Dame, though, to turn the ball over and let Miami capitalize off of it. People with 20/15 vision often experience that when you turn 42, you can't read up close. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I had, 20/15 vision. My dad was an eye doctor. And he told me that, the average age, no matter how good your eyesight is, where you have to start wearing reading glasses or some sort of prescription glasses, is usually right around the age between 40 and 45, which is exactly when it happened to me. I can't feel anything. I licked a bunch of toads. Oh, you're tripping then. That means when you turn 46, you'll be in your late 40s. Lou will remind you of that, I'm sure. Yes, I will admit, if I'm going to use the argument that 44 is early 40s and 45 is mid 40s, then I have to concede that late 40s is 46. So but as of right now, I'm still in my early 40s. Just that's all there is to it. Colby says late 40s start at 49. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that. All right, 9 minutes and 42 seconds left. 10-point game. Miami up by 10. Let's see what Car Wreck's got. Come on, Car Wreck. Let's go, Domers. Whoever's on offense is who I'm rooting for. I want everybody to score every time they get the ball. That's just how this is going to go for the next 9 minutes and 42 seconds. Broski Bear is the rare person who's 48 and still has perfect vision. They might need to study you in a lab. Let's go, touchdown, Jesus. All right, 1st and 10. Car Wreck and shotgun. back to pass. Dumps it off to Love. And Love takes off and picks up about 7. It's going to be 2nd down and 3. Yes, offense, offense, offense. That's all I care about. Second down and 5 officially. He must have stepped out of bounds. 9 minutes and 10 seconds and counting. 2nd down and 5. Car wreck back to pass. Throws it to Love again. Caught. Turns around. Goes upfield. Gets the 1st down close to the 40. 1st down Irish. Got to score. No, they got plenty of time. There's still 9 minutes left. But they do need to score on this drive. Either whether it's quick or slow, they need to score it. Definitely. Down 2 scores here. Car wreck throws it to the right sideline, caught. And he's going to drag a defender. I don't know. We'll see where they mark him. Looks like they're going to mark him about a half a yard short. 8 minutes and 8.5 minutes and counting. Stop posting the over/under score. I need 50.5. I don't care about what the live bet is. Now you're starting to make me mad. And we got an injured Kane. Looks like he might have a cramp. The way they're stretching his leg out there, that's probably what it is. So injury timeout. Hey Pete, you and I need to go out drinking one night. Okay. I mean, you don't have to twist my arm to go out drinking. You know? When I turned 42, I needed reading glasses, but my 2015 can still read road signs a block away. That just means that you're farsighted, like me. I can see for long distances. I can see fine, but if I take my reading glasses off right now, I can't read the chat on my computer screen, which is probably about 3 feet away. Like I can't. It just looks blurry. So, but yeah, I can see. I can read the thermostat all the way in the hallway over there. But it's far away. I can't see up close. That's my problem. It's probably from staring at computer screens and cell phones for the past 10 years. Ruined my eyesight when up close, you know. I get related generation. It gets worse and worse. Boy, this sounds like a geriatric stream. Oh, we're over here like, I got a bad back. My knee sucks. I can't see 3 feet. My toes are about to fall off. You sound like a bunch of old fucks in here, man. Holy hell. Slaw's about to come in here and tell us how he has to use Blue Chew. You know? Damn, at least I'm not down that bad. 2 months ago, I drank 25 Bud Lights in one night. That's probably not good for your health. Dr. Pete is going to go ahead and tell you not to do that. Dr. Pete says don't do that. What's up, buddy?
Mom's asking for the one-time code on Disney.
I don't know. What does that mean?
Like, it's asking for the code so we can log into Disney on my tablet.
Is it email?
We already put in our email.
Okay, here it is. Hold on. Here it is.
411544.
Oh, that's Repeat. Repeat doesn't have school tomorrow, so he's up late tonight. What time is it? 10:40? I always give Blue Chew for a great night. I'll take your word for it. All right, here we go. 8.5 minutes left. Miami up by 10. Notre Dame ball. Come on, Car Wreck. You can do it. I believe in you, Car Wreck. From the 46. Car Wreck back to pass. Throws it wide open to 0. Caught. He makes the move across the 40. Still on his feet. Down to the 35-yard line. 1st down, Irish. Ah, damn it, I forgot about the holiday means the trash won't pick up tomorrow. I hate that shit. I mean, trash men deserve a day off too, don't get me wrong, but it's always, the holidays always start when my trash get picked up too, and then it's delayed a day or two. I hate that too. 1st and 10. From the, what is this, the 34. Car wreck, keeps it. He's got room to run. Oh, he just got absolutely freaking mollywopped. He held on to the ball though. He just ran into a wall. He picked up about 6 yards though. Yes, repeat is number 1. He fell awkwardly too. It looks like he's okay. 2nd down and 3 officially. From the, what is the 27. 2nd and 3. Gives the ball to Jeremiah Love. Love puts his shoulder down and bullies his way across the 1st down. All right, I see you. Come on, Golden Domers. You can do it. I need them to score here. How many more points do I need? What is this? 38. I need 13 more points to hit the over. So a touchdown here would be amazing and fantastic. From the 21, car wreck under pressure, and he just throws it away. They're looking for a grounding call here. Miami's looking for a grounding call here. There is no flag though. I think he was outside of the pocket. Look at Michael Irvin. Oh, they did call a flag. Look at Michael Irvin. Boy, he's seen better days. Holy shit. Talk about old. Intentional grounding. They did get it. They got it. Grounding. Irving is high. Yeah, he looks high as a motherfucker. But do you see the way he's walking? I mean, I like Michael Irvin, so don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of him, but damn, he looks like he's in some pain there. He's walking like this. His knees are probably shot. 2nd down and 21. Car wreck. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete. Another flag. What is it? Is it laundry day? Flag. What is this one for? This is against Notre Dame too, isn't it? This is against Notre Dame, I think. Row the boat. They're going backwards. They're rowing that boat. 3rd and 21. Third down and 21. Now they got an uphill climb here. Down 10. They're in a bad way. Car wreck, back to pass, under pressure, dumps it off to Love. Love's got room to run. He's got a blocker. He hurdles. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. The original line of scrimmage. He picked up about 11 yards there, so it's going to be 4th and 10. They are in field goal range. They're down by 10, so I guess they're going to kick a field goal here. That's the smart thing to do. Bud Light is the best light beer. Yeah. And how far is this going to be here? It's going to be like a 36-yard field goal, something like that. 39. 39 yards from the right hash. The kick is up, and it is good. So 17-24. The game is not over yet. There's still 5.5 minutes left. I got to say, the way the first half went, the fact that the Irish are still in this game, only down by 7 points, is a miracle. Yeah, they got off the. I am too. They didn't give up. Low Country Boil is awesome. Yes, it is. There's a place here in Somerville where I live that has an amazing Low Country Boil. I mean, obviously the homemade, if you make it at home, you know, if you make it right with the Old Bay and whatnot, that's the best you're gonna get. But yeah, there's a place here in Somerville that has an amazing Low Country Boil. This is definitely the best week 1 game. There's no doubt about it. I don't even think it's a close second, honestly. Better get a quick stop. Takes them 20 minutes to drive. Yeah, they need. They need a 3 and out or a turnover here, and they got a big return there. Big return for Miami. 1st and 10. Was that a replay? I'm confused here. I might have just saw a replay. I can't tell if they're showing replays or what. Shuck and Shack. It's the Shuck and Shack. It's downtown Somerville. Just look up Shuck and Shack. It's not only the Low Country Boil is good there. Everything there is good. It's kind of a little hole in the wall place, but it's great. 5.5 minutes, and they run it on 1st down and pick up about 2 or 3. Yeah, the Shuck and Shack. Pete, we used Zatarans. It was even better than Old Bay. Clemson is a beautiful place. Yes. Clemson's a beautiful campus. 2nd down and 8. From the 34, Beck throws it incomplete into traffic. Intended for Tony. Well underthrown. He was covered anyway. Big time. This is a big time 3rd down for Notre Dame. A stop here would be huge for the Irish. Close to the railroad tracks? Yes, it's right there. You got it, exactly. You know where Montrose is? It's that street right where the railroad tracks are, right across them. Yep. And then you go down. It's kind of hidden off to the side, but if you put it in your GPS, it'll take you there. 3rd down and 8. Incomplete. All right. 4th down. Irish got a shot here. 4 minutes and 43 seconds left. Ranson and Putrid says he's been there. I love that place. Everything, the oysters are good there. Everything's good there. Intended for Tony again. Incomplete again. The Irish have done a great job of shutting down the Miami passing game in the 2nd half, especially in the 4th quarter. And the punt is up. Fair catch called for at the 25. All right. Here we go. So how many points do I need here? I need 10 more points. I'm probably not going to get that, am I? I might need this to go to overtime to hit my bet, which is no bueno. Would Mike Vrabel be better than Kalen DeBoer? Probably not. Official numbers here, LSU got the ball out of the quarterback's hands on average of 2.21 seconds. That's a hell of a stat you got there. All right, 1st and 10. Can Carrek do it? From the 25. Carrek back to pass. He doesn't know what to do. He throws it finally. Wide open. 40, 30, 20, 10. Out of bounds. Holy shit. I still might get my over here. Let's go, Carrek. Well, he didn't know what to to do when they snapped that ball. He looked like he went back, he tucked it like he was going to run, and then I guess he saw the guy downfield. Look, watch this. He looked like he was about to take off, then he saw him downfield open, and he hit him. 1st and goal. Car wreck. Steps up, he's going to run. Inside the 10. Oh, wow, he got hit. Oh, I thought he was hurt for a second there. 2nd and goal, he picked up about 3 yards. That was a car wreck. He got in the car wreck. He got hit by number 1 on Miami's team. Holy shit. Same play, yeah. 2nd down and goal, car wreck. Boy, this car wreck is something else, isn't he? This guy's got moxie. I like him. I take back everything I said about him in the first half. Car wreck keeps it. Touchdown, car wreck. Let's go. Touchdown, car wreck. Yeah. Yeah, I told y'all the over. Easy money. This is a crazy fucking game right here. There's still 3 minutes and 21 seconds left of this. Come on, car wreck. This guy's got moxie. I like him. Boy, you got to give it to Notre Dame, man. They were down and out bad in the first half. They fought their way back to tie this thing up in the 4th quarter. Wow. Wow. Which team is this? Yes, that's the right one. Are y'all having fun? Are y'all having as much fun as me? Car wreck is the man. I agree. He's got the heart of Rudy beating inside of his car wreck chest. This has been one of your best streams. It's a lot more. Look, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I stream every Clemson game. And I love hanging out with people when I'm streaming Clemson games. But for me, because I'm so emotionally invested in it, sometimes it's hard for me to do. I do it for y'all. But streaming these games where I don't really have a dog in the fight, they're way more fun for me because I don't really give a shit who wins. You know what I mean? It's not my team. There's not a lot of people out there on YouTube that stream their own team every week, and you know you might lose. You know, but I do it. I do it every week. The center with a great trap block. Yeah, it's way easier when you don't care who wins. This has been a great game, though. That also helps. When the game's good, sometimes the games are kind of shitty. And, you know, it's hard to pretend like you're excited about a shitty game. But when it's actually exciting, and you've got a top 10 game here, it's a lot more fun. Peete needs overtime. I don't even really need overtime. What is it, 48? I really just need a field goal. I mean, a field goal by Miami right now would win my bet for me. I just need over 50. Over 50 and a half. Mario will do something to screw this up. Somebody said that back in the first half when Miami was dominating. They're like, yeah, Mario's going to find a way to screw this up. Well, I mean, I'm not blaming this on Mario. I'm giving props to Notre Dame for the way they fought their way back into this game. Really. Pretty impressive, actually. 2nd down and 1, and they run it up the middle. 1st down, Canes. It's 50 and a half, which is basically 50. I mean, can't score half a point, so. It's 48 now. 3 points would be 51. I'd win. 1st and 10. Beck throws it deep. Oh, he had a guy wide open. He got tripped up. That's definitely a pass interference. Yeah, flag on that one. Yeah. Beep. Yep, flag on that one. That was easy call there. That might have actually been a good foul to make, though, because if he didn't trip him up, that was probably 6 points. Sometimes it's a good pass interference. It's not like the NFL where it's a spot foul. It was only 15 yards. That would have been a 40-yard or more game. It might have been 6 points. So if I'm Notre Dame, I'm kind of happy they did that. Pete, you had to win because somebody had. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I'm going to win because somebody has to score to win. Yeah, I'm good. How did I not figure that out? Yeah, that's right. Unless it's a safety, I'd lose then by a half a point. But yeah, I see what you're saying. All right, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Back to pass. He's got all freaking day. Throws it over the middle. Great defense. Batted down by Notre Dame. 2nd down and 10. We'll get at least one more play probably here before the 2-minute warning. And Notre Dame has all of their timeouts, and Miami has 2. Jones says turnover is coming. Watch. Boy, that would be something. That would be something. All right, Beck hands the ball off up the middle. He's got room to run. He's fighting his way. They can't get him on the ground. Hell, they might not get him on the ground, and they don't. There's another flag on the field. Or is that? No, that's not a flag. That's somebody's mouth guard. Anyway, he's going to be short, about 2 yards short. So 3rd down. I'm drinking another Killian. I haven't seen Killian's Irish Red in years. Where do you even buy that? Online, maybe? I haven't seen that stuff in a store in years. Probably 10 years. I do like it, though. I like Killian's. Yeah, keep it in the middle for a few. Yeah, they're in field goal range. So, we'll see if they get the 1st down here. They have it at Ingles and Piggly Wiggly. I don't have an Ingles around here, but there is a Piggly Wiggly in Somerville. I don't go there. It's just too far away from my house, but maybe next time I'm around one, I'll stop in there and see if they have it. Big Orange says, we'll get them. Scooby says, come on, Miami, please win. He's got money on Miami, so he needs Miami to win. What'd you do, live bet him? I have to run downstairs to get another beer real quick while there's a commercial. I'll be right back. I physically ran down there. I was afraid I was going to miss the play. If Beck loses this game, he's going in the 3rd round. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is going to be an interesting draft class with quarterbacks. There's going to be a lot of quarterbacks coming out of this class, so he might end up going in the 3rd round anyway. That's not me saying he's not a 1st or 2nd round talent. That's just me saying there's a lot of quarterbacks coming out. It'll be interesting to see how far some of these quarterbacks fall in the draft. Why does it always take Garrett Riley 3 or 4 games to get the offense going? That's a great question. That's the $1 million question. How much does Garrett Riley make a year? $4 million? It's a $4 million question. I think he's the 2nd highest paid coordinator, offensive coordinator in the country. Or at least he was last year. I don't know. Maybe he's not anymore. How much is not Alabama. How much is Florida State paying Gus Malzahn? He's worth every penny. As terrible as that offense was last year for Florida State, I mean, it doesn't even look like the same offense. And it's not the same offense, really. It's a lot of new players, but... All right. 2 minutes left. Tie ball game. Again, Notre Dame still has all of their timeouts. And Miami has 2. You're in a situation here. They're not quite in field goal range. They hand the ball off, and he's going to be short. I think they stopped him. Oh, no, the second effort. I don't know if he got it or not. He got it. They're going to give it. I thought he was down, but he got the second effort going. They got the tush push going there and pushed him across the line. That was a hell of a run there. Official. All right, another good run of about 3 yards. And Miami's, all they got to do is get the get a field goal here. What's going on here? I got an error message going on my YouTube thing here. What? I don't know what's going on. Y'all can see me now, though? Why does it have to do this at the very end of the game? So last night my sound just shut off for no reason. I had to restart the stream. I didn't even touch anything. All right, good. All right, 2nd down and 4. A minute and 19 seconds left. Back in the shotgun. From the 31. And they hand the ball off, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd and 4. At what point does Notre Dame start using some timeouts here? I'm assuming right now. With a minute and 14 seconds left. Yeah, they take another timeout. Good use there. They're going to save one to ice the new kicker. I don't know. Fat boy from Miami's got a leg on him. Do I remember Red Dog beer? Yes, I do. Yeah. I remember Red Dog. I don't even think they make that anymore. Plus, it tastes gross. Yeah. You could get like a 6-pack for like $3 or something. At least, I mean, we're talking about back in the early mid-90s. You get a 6-pack of Red Dog for like $3 at the gas station. Yeah. They still make that? Ice House is terrible. All right, 3rd down and 4. And they're going to run it again. They keep it right in the middle of the field. It got maybe a yard. So here we go. A minute and 8 seconds left. And Notre Dame's going to have to use their final timeout to stop the clock here. And Miami's going to bring out their fat kicker. Red Stripe's good. Yeah, they had to use it. They didn't have a choice. So, if Miami makes this field goal, then Notre Dame's going to have just over a minute left to try to tie it up. Which is not a lot of time. And no timeouts to boot. Jesus is not going to let them make the kick. This is an unpopular opinion. I don't think Jesus gives a shit about football. That's just me. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. 47-yard field goal. Here we go. The kick is up. Oh, he's good. It is good. Fat boy does it. 20, and Peete hits it. Pay Peete. Peete hits the over. Let's go. All right, so Notre Dame's going to have 1 minute and 4 seconds to try to tie this thing up and or win it. There we go. That's 51 points, baby. Love you all. We are all God's children. God bless you all. Yes. What he said. Can't believe the over hit. I can't believe it actually either. It didn't look like around halftime like the over was going to even become close, but it did. Jesus is a Dogs fan. Oh. I thought Dabo said Jesus was a Clemson fan. A lot of teams claim Jesus. That is something weird about that. All right, here we go. 1 minute and 4 seconds. Can car wreck make an amazing play to tie this thing up? Vegas ain't always right, but close. Yeah, they're right more than they're not right. That's for sure. It's pretty unbelievable, actually, how right they are, as often as they are. What was the point spread on this game? I don't even know. I didn't bet the point spread, so I can't even remember. I did the over, but what was the point spread of Miami was a 3-point underdog at home? Is that right? I think that's what it was. At least it was yesterday. I don't know what it was at kickoff. 3-point underdog? Okay. And I picked Miami to win this game. People told me I was stupid. Right now they're winning. 1st and 10. Car wreck. Ball is batted up, almost intercepted. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops at 59 seconds. I don't know if, with no timeouts, if I'd be doing these short passes. That's just, I mean, I realize that you don't want to just, throw Hail Marys 3 times in a row, but you're going to have to go deeper than 5 yards. You're going to have to, otherwise you're screwed. You got to go 75 yards. You got to go at least 50 to get a field goal. A short pass over the middle, caught. And he's going to get a 1st down. He picks up about 12 yards. This is the problem. Going to get up there. What are you going to do here? Why is the clock stopped? That's what I want to know. There it goes. I guess it was stopped until they spotted the ball. 44 seconds and counting. Car wreck. Sacked. Wait. The ball came out. Miami falls on it. They're going to say incomplete. I don't know. It didn't look like a pass to me. I don't know what the hell that was. It wasn't good, whatever it was. Car wreck. Under pressure. I'd like to see a good Hail Mary. Haven't seen a good one in a while. How many times are they going to show this play? I mean, he did the old 2-hand shuffle pass when he was on his back. That was a weird. He's lucky that wasn't a fumble. Flag. Intentional grounding. So now they're rowing the boat back down. He should have just taken the sack there. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what car wreck is doing. He's lucky that wasn't a fumble. It was close to being a fumble. And car wreck threw it. It hit the offensive lineman in the back too. Holy shit! 26 seconds. Here we go. 2nd down and 17. They're rowing the boat, going the wrong way. Car wreck back to pass. Sacked again! Oh, they're all over his ass. That actually did look like a car wreck. Holy hell. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game over. Car wreck. You didn't snap it in time. Oh, they're going to give it to him? Nope. Game over. Woo! Miami wins. Wow. What a game that was. What a game. The best game of the weekend. It's not even close. Look, if we get half of the game tomorrow night between North Carolina and TCU, we'll be lucky. What a game. Congratulations, number one, to Miami for the big win. This is a top 10 win for Miami against Notre Dame. I know Notre Dame fans don't want to hear it because you just lost, and it's heartbreaking to lose in that way. But they showed a lot of grit to come. I mean, Miami dominated them for 2.5 quarters. And the car wreck and the rest of that team to show the grit to come back and make this a game. I would, if I'm a Notre Dame fan, at least you're trying to find something good to hold on to. That's it. So what a hell of a game. Two good teams. I am now officially a car wreck fan. I shit all over car wreck the first half of this game. This guy's terrible. But car wreck showed a lot of heart in this game to bring himself back. Shout out to car wreck and also the Irish. I guess more importantly than car wreck and Miami and Notre Dame is all of you. You guys are amazing and fantastic. Thanks for hanging out with me for the past 4 hours and watching this game with me. Otherwise, I'd be standing here yelling at myself. Instead, I'm yelling at all of you. But tomorrow, I will be live tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on my second channel. If you're not subscribed to my second channel, there's a link to it down in the description of this video, of this live stream. Peete Podcast channel. Go subscribe over there. I do the midday show over there. We just talk about whatever. Football or you know, whatever over there. And then tomorrow night, I'll be back here at 8 o'clock. I think does the game start at 8 tomorrow night? I think it does. It's either 7:30 or 8. I think it's 8. I'll be live for the North Carolina game tomorrow night. North Carolina TCU. So I hope you guys come hang out with me again tomorrow night. That's it. Happy Labor Day, I guess. And congratulations to Miami. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.